Ciao, doston. Good evening. Welcome to the watch along between Roma and Bologna. Must win game for Roma. Probably Ivan Juric's last game. हो सकता है कि this could be it for him. The Friedkins, the owners of Roma, were supposed to come, but they've delayed it by a day. They're not attending the game. Fearing that fan protests are there. आप देखोगे कि the Stadio Olimpico, Roma's home stadium, is not completely full. Typically, this was a stadium that used to get filled in and week out, but due to off-field issues and of course on-field results, things haven't been very rosy at the Stadio Olimpico. So I'll get to the lineups ASAP. Aditya in the house. What's up? Let's see how the two teams line up. मेरे को रोमा आर एक्चुअली wearing the third kit, the blue kit. So मैं बोलना चाहता हूँ कि end this woke nonsense. होम में यार क्या तुम थर्ड किट पहन रहे हो यार, होम किट पहनो. But this is what Roma's lineup looks like. अगर आप देख सकते हो, Ivan Juric probably in his last game has started the same backline of Angelino, Endika, and Mancini, even though it is not working. Miles Villar in goal. Midfield too, we have Cristante, Manukone, Pisili in a more attacking role, I would say, with Matthias Sule. The wing backs are El Sharawi and Zeki Celik, and Artem Dobik returns to the starting lineup after the midweek Europa League game. He is, starting from the first minute. And on the bench, you have Hummels is still on the bench. Lafay drops down to the bench. Tommaso Baldanzi drops down to the bench. Ye though I had a bit of a concern that probably Baldanzi should have started, but unfortunately he is not in the starting 11. No Lorenzo Pellegrini also. So he's got a knock, so he's not playing in this game. Bologna का हम लोग देखेंगे तो Lukas Skoropski, ex-Roma keeper, Lorenzo Di Silvestri, the captain, ex Laziale. Keep an eye on John Lukumi, highly rated centre back. Juan Miranda, Oya, Pobega, former Milan product, and Remo Freuler in the midfield. Jens Odgaard in the number 10. Dan Endoye, speedy, tricky winger, Swiss winger. Riccardo Orsolini, he's, I would say their MVP of sorts, cutting in from that right hand side on his favorite left foot. And Santiago Castro is the number 9 up top. So that's how Bologna line up. ये match GXR World में है available. It's the streaming has already started, and I will just get to the comments after this. Let me just pull up the scorecard and keep it ready. Here it is. Format change. यस. सो कमेंट्स में कौन कौन है? आदित्य, बस एक विन. हाँ भाई, बहुत समय से एक अच्छा विन देखा नहीं है, बट personally I am going for a draw in this game. This is Ivan Juric's last game. Even he knows it, everyone knows it, it's an open secret. But the Kurva Sood is there in its glory, but थोड़े empty seats आपको दिख रहे हैं. That's what I love about Romanisti. They are extremely passionate. They नहीं बोलूंगा, we, I'm including myself in that list. Extremely passionate set of fans who deserve much better. And unfortunately, due to this off-field situation, this season has been kind of a bust. But इसके बाद में international break है, ये game के बाद में. Shivam is in the house. Obviously, he would be keeping a close eye on Lukumi. हुमल्स के साथ क्या दुश्मनी है भाई? मेरा पर्सनली तो कोई दुश्मनी नहीं है, बट इवान यूरिच का खुद तो दुश्मनी है, because he's not been playing him, and it's not like Roma have been keeping clean sheets with this combination. But unfortunately, thoda ego hai, thoda clash hai, and I think Ivan Juric is it after this. Adarsh in the house. Mancini is negotiating as per certain newspapers, but अब तक कुछ confirm हुआ नहीं है. Celik and Cristante is still starting. Good to see that the world is still around water as well. एकदम से यार Zeki Celik somehow manages to keep his place, and Brian Cristante finds his way into the starting lineup one way or the other. I would have loved to see Pisili play in more of a deeper role and Tommaso Baldanzi start ahead with Matti Sule, but unfortunately ये हुआ नहीं है. Imagine winning the game and then we have 1 month, 1 more month of the. I don't think so. The result will matter in this case because the Friedkins are coming with an agenda कि इसको fire ही करना है. तो irrespective of the result, I think Juric is gone in this game. आदित्य अभी तक कंफर्म हुआ नहीं है मांचीनी का. देखते क्या होता है. या एज यू राइटली सेड जीरो होप्स बट मांचीनी नहीं आएगा मेरे हिसाब से भी नहीं आएगा मुश्किल है आने के लिए बिकॉज मिडल ऑफ द सीजन है मांचीनी डिमांड्स अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स सो लेट्स सी आई you know what I still I am hopeful of the U-turn of DeRossi कि DeRossi U-turn मारे and Friedkins भी U-turn मारे it comes down to the ego issues if the Friedkins actually want it to happen it will happen I'm sure but देखते क्या होता है others. Bologna have some really good players. They're very good. Yeah, they were. See, Bologna, of course, they made it to the Champions League, but unfortunately, Thiago Motta and a lot of players left them. So, new coach under Italiano and new players as well. So, it'll take some time for them to get going. And Italiano has finally gotten, Bologna into a decent run at this point of time. So, they're a difficult team to beat, especially at coming at this stage where Roma are struggling. I don't think so. Bologna are going to make life easy for Roma. Aditya, it's not his fault. He's a decent coach who's facing an impossible task. I will dance in the street when this clown is sacked. यार रोमा ट्विटर में आप देखोगे काफी लोग बहुत एक्टिव है and they really want Juric gone. So I'll share those memes with you later. Lewis Ferguson is back, Shivam. He's back. He's been getting a few minutes. He made his comeback, I think, a couple of exactly a week ago, if I'm not mistaken. So, जो last weekend का game था, he came back and as a substitute and got a few minutes. So Lewis Ferguson is back. Not in, I mean, not to his best, not to full fitness, but I'm sure he'll come back to the starting 11 after the international break. Saran Srinivas in the house. यार सी इवान यूरिच को अगर टाइम देंगे बट आई थिंक ही हैज ऑलरेडी लॉस्ट द ड्रेसिंग रूम ही हैज लॉस्ट द ट्रस्ट ऑफ द ओनर्स and Lampard is best others but I just Param just messaged me that he's closing in on a job at Coventry City which is fantastic. Juric must write a book how to become Juric का छोड़ो मैं एक book लिखने वाला हूँ hopefully that will happen very soon. Welcome Biku bhai. Welcome to the house. He must be very happy. Biku, Liverpool fan, top of the Premier League, top of the Champions League. He's not a worse coach, Aditya. I think Gigi Del Neri, जो 2004 season में था, he was one of the worst coaches that we've had. But that whole season was a bust, very very similar to this kind of season. So for me, as a Roma fan, Gigi Del Neri has been the worst coach in Roma history because he made Roma look like an absolute Serie B team in Europe. So yeah. हाँ यार ये एकदम एक नाइटमेयर रह चुका है यार ये होल सीजन हैज बीन अ नाइटमेयर एंड देखो 2004 में सिचुएशन अलग था बिकॉज 2004 में रोमा और लाजियो को दोनों फाइनेंशियल क्राइसिस था because both the teams had spent heavily without having money in their bank, essentially taking loans and defaulting on their loan payment. So there was a huge chance that Roma and Lazio would have gotten relegated in 2004. So Roma had to sell a lot of players. We got a transfer ban. ये था आज के सिनेरियो में ऐसा नहीं है आप जाके मार्केट में इतने प्लेयर्स को खरीदे हो मटी सूले 30 million डॉबिक in excess of 30 million and these are players डॉबिक was very highly rated is still a shining star डॉबिक was top scorer of La Liga and then you have मनु कोने पूरी दुनिया इंटरेस्टेड थी मनु कोने में आप उनको मतलब साइन किए हो so with such positivity there has been unfortunately that wave was क्या बोलते हैं एक तरीके से बुझा दिया गया था एट द जंक्शन वेयर दे सैक डेरोसी फॉर नो रीजन व्हाटसोएवर सो उसके बाद में तो इट्स जस्ट बीन अ स्ट्रगल मैन आई मीन इट्स बीन अ नाइटमेयर इट्स बीन एन एब्सोल्यूट हॉरिबल थिंग टू डू इवान यूरिच गले लग रहा है विद विंचेंजो इटालियानो द बॉल्ड फ्रॉड मैं बोल रहा हूँ बॉल्ड फ्रॉड लेकिन आज वो रिजल्ट निकाल सकता है यू नेवर नो club is playing with fire. If the management owners don't change, I doubt this team will achieve anything. That's true, man. I mean, see, the Friedkins had done everything right until this season. They were going slowly. They, of course, they got in Jose Mourinho. No one actually knew that Mourinho and Roma का deal हो चुका था. वो काफी उन्होंने सुमड़े में गया था जैसे मुंबई में बोलते हैं. That they did a deal in quite a hush hush manner. उसके बाद में the sacking of Mourinho was, I would say, at a right time, and De Rossi was brought in. De Rossi, of course, young coach and Roma legend, and all was well until the sudden issue that happened. But let's see. And yeah, you're right. Polito brings up a decent point because Dybala has been dropped for no reason whatsoever. He says that he's fit. No Lorenzo Pellegrini also in the lineup. I'm yet to see an official statement ki what has happened to Pellegrini, but Dybala Dybala is not even in the squad, match day squad. So this is effectively Juric's last game for sure. Mourinho was a problem. Reddit पे ये question देखा यहाँ पे. No, Mourinho wasn't a problem, but he had lost the dressing room by then, and he was just lamenting at a lot of issues that did not exist. Like the whole, there were some points that where he was right, but once the players stop playing for you, they stop playing for you, right? So that was an issue. So the timing was kind of, it made sense because uh, आपको लगेगा कि हाँ Mourinho was close to fourth place, but he wasn't, because we saw 2 years में, despite being in similar situations, we never got to the Champions League. So it was time to move on from Jose Chacha, and obviously I love him, but I think वो एक relationship है जो टॉक्सिक रिलेशनशिप, आप जितना खींचते हो वो खींचा गया था, and it had to be ended, so yeah, he wasn't a problem per se, but it was time to move on for both parties, for Mourinho also and for Roma also. But unfortunately, Roma still haven't moved on. I mean, had we kept De Rossi, I think that would have been perfect. But unfortunately, वो हो नहीं पाया. The Kurwa Sud, जहाँ पे रोमा के ultra supporters बैठते हैं, which is literally translated as the south stand, is full and it looks good. So yeah, Aditya, you were right. You had FFP issues also, but unfortunately, this was way beyond all of that. Yeah, he had lost the dressing room, to be honest. Yeah, Sharan Zalewski is not playing, which is, thank God, for small wins for us. All right, we almost have kickoff. Die Roma, die. Matthias Sule kicking off things for Roma. Goes all the way back to Swilar. Prathamesh, I'm doing well, man. Thanks for joining in. Let's enjoy this watch along. Let's hope that at the end of the watch along, there is a Roma win. I don't care कि कैसे भी जीते, but जीते. शिवम बोल रहे और बताए, वीकेंड वाज गुड यार, वीकेंड वाज एकदम चिल वाला वीकेंड था. बस ये मूड ऑफ ना करे, एज यू राइटली सेड. पोली तो आप GXR वर्ल्ड में यू कैन वॉच द गेम, यू कैन वॉच इट. उनके वेबसाइट में दे हैव अ ऐप फॉर iOS एंड एंड्रॉइड. दे हैव अ टीवी ऐप आल्सो. सो GXR वर्ल्ड में आप देख सकते हो. All the way back to Swilar is Brian Cristante. Cristante dropping deep as a right center back over there for a one instant. एंजेलिनो ने एकदम घटिया लॉन्ग बॉल डाला था, बट पिसिली kept on chasing. That's what Pisili does. He is a runner. He keeps on fighting. He's got that spirit in him. And Mancini heads it out to Endoy. ये थोड़ा बैटल थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट होने वाला है, बिकॉज एंडोय के पास में बहुत पेस है, एंड जैकी चेलेक मांचनी दोनों के पास में बिल्कुल पेस नहीं है. इवान यूरिस ने जैकेट निकाल भी दिया, एकदम मैक्स एलिग्री वाला हरकत कर रहा है. Hey, Carrie, nice to see you here, man. Started watching Roma after Jose Mourinho joined. Lovely to see you. हाँ यार, फुटबॉल एकेडमी बंद कर दिया, सो उसके ऊपर एक वीडियो बनाना है, मैं बना दूंगा. चेल्सी आर्सेनल है, वो भी देखना है यार. राइट, मैं देखूंगा, थोड़ा बहुत देखूंगा, बट डिनर का प्लान भी है, तो शायद बाहर जाऊंगा मैं. सो आई बी वाचिंग इट ऑन माय फोन. Saelemaekers is injured. He should be back after the international break. He had a twisted ankle, and it took a while to get things healed. So he's on the mend, but he'll be only back after the international break. फ्रीडकिंस जो कमेंटेटर बोल रहे फ्रीडकिंस will be back in Rome next week, and they were supposed to come into the commercial airport, but they're not flying into the commercial airport. They're going for a private airport because उनको थोड़ा डर है कि रोमा फैंस कैसे रिएक्ट करेंगे एयरपोर्ट के बाहर, जो काफी प्लॉजिबल सिनारियो है. नहीं यार, फाउल नहीं है, रेफरी प्ले ऑन. वेल डन, वेल डन. Manu Kone did really well and Cristante helped him out. But that long ball to Dobbik is decent. Dobbik gets into the end of that ball. Yes, Artem Dobbik, but tried to take it onto his favorite left foot, but was closed down. Here's Manu Kone, probably Roma's best player in this patch. He's got a chance to shoot. He does, and it's blocked. Good chance, sir. Good chance. मनु कोने एक अकेला एक पॉजिटिव रहा है ड्यूरिंग दिस वेरी डार्क टाइम. He's been very good, very intelligent player, can carry the ball well, can have a shot as well. He scored in that disaster game against Fiorentina. तो मनु कोने एक अकेला एक मतलब ब्राइट स्पॉट है ड्यूरिंग दिस वेरी टफ टाइम. यार यूरिच वाज साइंड बिकॉज ही वाज विदाउट अ जॉब पॉलितो, और कोई ऑप्शन नहीं था. इट वाज जस्ट ही हैड टू कम इन. आई मीन हु वुड से नो टू रोमा, स्पेशली फॉर यूरिच. विद ऑल ड्यू रिस्पेक्ट, he had coached Torino and Hellas Verona, so it was like a make or break kind of a thing for him. What could possibly go wrong? I'm sure after he moves on from Roma, he'll be employed by another Serie A club very quickly, the likes of Venezia, the likes of maybe um, आई थिंक लेचे लेचे का मैनेजर सैक हुआ है, तो ही विल गेट अ जॉब फॉर श्योर. यप, विल एंजॉय डिनर मैन. चप्पलों का स्वागत स्वागत करना चाहिए. बारातियों का स्वागत करे पान पराग से. बट Dybala Shubham is not in the squad because he says he's fit, but Juric is unfortunately not in favor of Dybala starting. He feels that he's not fit. So yeah, that's true. That's true, Polito. We need to treasure Manu Kone. He will depart somewhere else. It's inevitable. Moise Kean starts for Fiorentina and scores once again. He's in red hot form. Moise Kean. तो फ्योरेंटीना हेलास वेरोना चल रहा है दूसरे. That's the second kickoff during the same time, and Fiorentina are flying high right now in Serie. Moise Kean as well. So they're already a goal up against Hellas. And for all the cricket fans, Sanju Samson got out on a duck. Third ball, India South Africa का T20 है चल रहा है. After his century last game, he got out on a duck. Good work by Pisili. Moves well. Good out ball to Chelik. Sule tried to turn and get onto his favorite left side, but foul by Manu Kone and Cristante, stopping the counter attack. Very smartly done. Param आएगा. I think he should come for some time. So let's see. Param Costa should join in. But yeah, ये Odegaard भी अच्छा player है. He was, I think, if I didn't read it correctly, he was in Inter setup, if I'm not wrong, Param, right? And he moved on, and he's come back to Italy now with having developed as a player. And Endoy is another player who I really like watching from Bologna. And of course, उनका Castro करके number 9 है, very lethal. So these are a few players that I would want to keep an eye, and also keep an eye out on Skorupski because he's ex Roma. So I fully expect him to make some fantastic saves. उसके अंदर Buffon, Neuer, लेव याशिन सबका हाथ में आ जाएगा जब रोमा शॉट्स लेगा ऑन टारगेट. आर्दा गुलर गेम टाइम नहीं मिल रहा उसको मद्रिद में. हाँ, इट इज अ बिट स्ट्रेंज. इट इज अ बिट स्ट्रेंज. आई डोंट नो व्हाई ही इज नॉट बीन गिवन मोर गेम टाइम, especially considering the struggles at Madrid. But that's honestly something that the Madridistas can answer. Tomaso Pobega Milan Academy product hai, and Milan fans do not uh, have a good memory of him. Actually, yeah, I think he was slightly okay when he was at Torino, but after that, for Milan, though, he was atrocious. Miranda with first attempt on target, one Miranda. Again, very exciting fullback. Volley पे उसने shot मारा, but that's a bread and butter save for Miles Villar. मैंने आज थंबनेल में इसलिए स्विलर एंड स्कोरोप्सी को डाला बिकॉज मैं खुद एक कीपर हूं तो आई वांट मोर कीपर्स टू गेट रिप्रेजेंटेशन एंड स्विलर हैज बीन द ओनली ब्राइट पैच अपार्ट फ्रॉम मनु कोने एंड मे बी पिसिली in this season for Roma. And of course, Skorupski, hey, he's one of the unsung heroes. Very good keeper, but rarely gets any flowers outside of Italy and people who watch Serie A. Lukas Skorupski. So very good keeper, very good shot stopper, and which is why I thought let them be on the thumbnail to get that traction that they probably deserve. बस एक ही विन चाहिए यार और कुछ नहीं उसके बाद में इंटरनेशनल ब्रेक के बाद में देखेंगे रेड बर्ड चला जाएगा यार मिलान का बहुत इश्यूज है यार आई मीन वो डिटेल में एक दिन हम लोग वीडियो करेंगे उसके बारे में मिरांडा इज अ लाम आसिया प्रोडक्ट यप यप शिवम ओपी Shivam, are you Barca Nation? No, but Shivam is Shivam Nation, man. He's got an in-depth, encyclopedia about all these players who break through, especially from the South American, world of football. So do follow him on Twitter, Shivam Singh. Dobik with excellent hold-up play. Is El Sharawi loose touch from Pesili, but eventually Roma lose the ball away. Manu Kone and Angelino. Poor ball by Angelino here. Look at that! Look at that play from Castro. Just brought the ball down and put it to Endoye. ये एक बहुत issue आने वाला है because Endoye, Castro and Orsolini are going to combine for sure. And Odegaard is there as the trequartista, as the number 10, who would be making those runs from the middle of the park. So this is where Roma really have to be wary. These four pose a good attacking threat for Bologna. ये लोरेंजो डी सिल्वेस्ट्री के पास आया बॉल आप लोग शायद बिलीव नहीं करोगे बट दाविद ज़ापाकोस्टा वाज द बैकअप ऑफ लोरेंजो डी सिल्वेस्ट्री at Torino, and Zappacosta was signed by Antonio Conte at Chelsea. Tavi Torino were pretty happy to let him go because he was anyways the backup for De Silvestri. So as much as I do not like his Lazio past, Lorenzo De Silvestri, that is, again you can't deny that he's a player who has again been very under the radar. Very fit guy, fit like a very strong and very unconventional fullback, wingback, but he gets the job done very well. So just shout out to Lorenzo Di Silvestri. Yeah, said Swilar trying to go route one to Dobic. Serie A club's history, please. Okay, yeah, soon we'll do that. Afir in the house. Roma India member Afir Mohammed. Bologna keeping ball. There is Juric, not with a very high pressing model. It's more man to man the way that I see it when Roma don't have the ball. Endoy pressing highest, which is not surprising. Both teams unable to keep the ball for a long period of time. Just manager mentioned Kian, Roma lost the ball. Brian Cristante fouling, but I don't think so. There was no other option for that because it was Matti Sule who gave the ball away cheaply. Both teams unable to keep the ball, and unfortunately that obviously goes against Roma in this aspect. Roma really need to keep a hold of some possession for a decent amount of time. To be honest, White's top favorite foreign city is Roma. Good to see it is one of the best places to go, and he's going for 3-1. Param is going to try to come in, like I mentioned. This season, Lazio have a chance to win the Europa League. It's a long season, man. I don't think so. We can take any punts at this point of time. Okay, they're top of the table right now, but it's a long season. It's a new format. You never know. Foul on Endoye by Mancini. Good play by Endeka. Good use of strength. Dobic brings the ball down, but Zeki Chelik with an awful pass. ये सब चीजों में I miss Derossi ball because Derossi would have ensured that okay, wait, there's a chance for Bologna, some space by Odegaard, but Kone recovers and Kone brings the ball forward and he gets fouled. Has to be yellow somewhere because yeah, unfortunately not there. परम भाई वॉच लॉन्ग में आ जाओ. ये हर जगह आदित्य नाम का सुप्रीमेसी चलता है. शिवम ब्रो योर ट्विटर हैंडल. शिवम if you're here, just put in your Twitter handle, bro. Your top 4 until December. No idea, man. I don't look at tables anymore. ये परम का table है, live update of the Serie A table. I have stopped, looking at any table for that matter. I'll just put it on the screen for some time longer if you want to see. Here's Manu Kone, Cristante, Endika, Zeki Celik, pressing in hard and does well actually. Does well because वो जो high intensity press था caused Bologna to kind of lose the ball, but they recycle possession very quickly. Endika does very well. Dobic with Pisilli making that run and shot, and that's probably Roma's best moment. Comes in the 15th minute. Good hold up play from Dobic. He lays it off to Nicola Pisilli. Pisilli driving in and taking a shot from his weaker left foot. Shot is straight at Skorupski, but you can hear an applause by the Kurwa because Pisilli hamara bacha hai. He's a Roma youth product through and through. So slight advantage for him over there. Endika fouling Castro over there. Very physical matchup because Endika is physical, so is Castro. So I'm expecting a lot of battles to be there. One by Endika at least when the ball is against him. But Isbar Castro did really well to be fair. He really got the number on Endika. But yeah, this is a battle that is worth watching. And दूसरा battle जो मैं आपको बता रहा था Endoye against Zeki Celik and Mancini. That will also be interesting. Endoy is on the ball though. Here he is. Switches the play to De Silvestri, who can't keep it under control. El Sharawi comes forward from the left as he switches play to Sule, almost finding Mati Sule. But Bologna come away with the ball. Chance for a counter. Here's Endoy running through the middle. Goes out wide to Orsolini. Orsolini will cut in because वो उसका favorite left foot है. He does that on numerous occasions. शिवम शिवम का ट्विटर आईडी डू फॉलो हिम. नहीं यार ऐसा कोई नहीं है. कीप द गुड वर्क गोइंग मैन. रियली रियली हैप्पी दैट यू कवर द वे दैट a lot of people don't. So for sure kudos on that. And आप लोग शिवम को फॉलो करना on Twitter. I think मैं अभी stats देखा नहीं, but I think Bologna have had more possession in the 18 minutes played so far. Slightly, there have been patches where both teams were unable to keep possession, which is why I feel कि शायद Bologna के पास ज़्यादा possession रहेगा in this match. Referee goes all the way back for a drop kick to Bologna. पता नहीं क्या हुआ वहाँ पे. Hellas Verona have equalized. They were causing issues from minute one. Hellas, they will always put up a tough fight. In form Fiorentina. Tommaso Povega's shot is blocked. Once again, Nicola Pizzilli doing that hard work over there. वाइक्स टू प्रेडिक्शन क्या 3-1 रोमा बोलोनिया बोल रहा है कि फ्योरेंटीना हेलास वेरोना बोल रहा है. Excellent takedown by Matti Sole. Dobik unfortunately rolls, tried to turn but turns into trouble. This is good work by Orsolini. He just completely outfoxed Angelino and almost Bologna opening the scoring over there. He tried to cut it. He tried to bring it in, and hopefully was waiting for someone to tap it in. Endoy or Castro. Orsolini is a left footer, तो उसके weaker right foot में उसने बढ़िया सा ball डाला in the box, but very easily turned Angelino, and this is obviously the effect of him playing out of position, and that could have gone in, for all it's worth. Bologna could have scored from that chance, should have scored from the chance, to be honest. Ricardo Orsolini, channeling his inner Arjen Robben वहां पे. Endoy unfortunately has clattered against the post, so he's getting some medical treatment. देखो इतने आसानी से उसने टर्न किया, बिल्कुल मतलब कोई इशू ही नहीं था उसको टर्न करने के लिए. द बॉल वाज आल्सो गुड, बट एंडॉय जस्ट मिस्ड इट एंड क्लैटर्ड इनटू द पोस्ट. रोमा आर एक्सट्रीमली लकी. डी सिल्वेस्ट्री बोल रहे शायद उसको सब्स्टिट्यूट करना पड़ेगा because he collided against the post quite heavily. Because that's a kind of a ball where you have to go all in, right? अगर आप कनेक्ट करोगे तो वो 100% गोल है, वो चांस ही नहीं है. Bunch of Bologna fans in the away section as Bologna make a change. Endoy going off is actually quite decent for Roma because he is a real threat. And of course, you don't wish injury on any player, but very unfortunate, जो हुआ सो हुआ. He clattered onto the post full throttle में. जैसे मैं आपको बता रहा था कि it was a chance where you go all in. Mancini का यार track record in club football, it's been a while since he managed in club football. It has been international football for him. At this point, I really don't know. Let's see कि क्या होता है towards the international break. Must win match for Roma, Sharan. It is a must win for sure. Every game is a must win for us. Carlson is coming on. Very, very fortunate for Roma that Bologna did not score from that chance. एक आप बोल सकते हो कि it was a slice of luck that Roma didn't concede from that piece of action from Bologna. Very simple turn from Riccardo Orsolini. No skill तो था for sure, but काफी आसानी से उसने turn किया Angelino को and got into those that empty space behind him and almost found either Castro or Endoy over there. Orsolini again, and he prefers to let the ball go out for a corner. It is a Bologna corner, first corner of the game, if I'm not mistaken. Roma zonal marking कर रही है under Juric. That should be out for a goal kick. ने उसे टच नहीं किया भाई, उसने टच नहीं किया स्विलार ने. क्या बात कर रहा है? Param is in the house, by the way. What is up,
Yeah,
Param?
hi. What's up? What's up? Joined for like 5-10 minutes. Thought, yeah, Bologna scored as soon as I joined.
Oh यार, corner से.
Damn it. Yeah, from the corner. Italiano will beat Roma now. This is
Ridiculous, man, ridiculous. It's
Castro.
just gone
Very,
in.
very, very good talent. I rate him a lot. So, I mean, I've watched a lot of him and he has a rocket shot in his left, in his foot in general.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, but let's see the replay. What happened there? Yeah, that's terrible defending. I think I think I think it's about time the players also could be blamed kiya jaye because if
Yeah,
whatever it
yeah.
is with Juric, if they don't get along with Juric, the point is if you don't get along with a coach, you still have to. The thing is, you're contracted to the club, so you have to do your bare minimum, and the
Yeah.
body language is terrible. Look,
That is just
अपने को news में
Zeki
पता है.
Chelik.
Yeah, we already
Zeki.
know the news कि he's gone during the international break, right? So might as well think of it like that and play for the club. I think the body language is down anyways.
Right,
I read
right.
about the whole Dybala controversy also, and I have a feeling that I think Dybala also at times is a bit too much. I have a feeling, and मतलब, if I have a feeling the club and coach know that एक तो वो contract stipulation का भी reason होगा, right? The clause getting triggered
Yeah,
if he
yeah.
plays to. वो एक होगा, but I'm pretty sure he has fitness issues here because we've known his career, and then I don't know why he is making an issue over it when the club staff is deciding कि अगर fitness issue है तो है. So it's quite a strange thing going at your club.
Hummels का भी similar है ना, Hummels का भी, because Hummels says that he's fit, but there is a thing कि वो आई तो mute हो गया परम.
Yeah, I know, and I was just listening to इसलिए मैं mute किया.
हाँ तो
No, I
so
just I just feel the players have a lot of accountability here because ठीक है यूरिच की भी गलती है. सबसे बड़ी गलती तो we know फ्रीडकिन. But then even Juric, sure, he has flaws. He's lost the dressing room. But look, Hummels, I had always warned you. He had an overperformance last season,
yeah,
and his attitude is not the greatest. Look, I don't like Edin Terzic, but when there was a big issue caused by Hummels behind the scenes at Borussia Dortmund, and now we are seeing the news he wants to leave Roma in January, which is not. You can't dismiss that news. So yeah, I mean it's a big mess. There's a mess which is interwoven into another
yeah, that's
mess.
true, that's true, that's true,
Yeah,
that's true. I think Afir sums it up very perfectly. We are so bad at all.
yeah, yeah. क्या मतलब
uh,
क्या ही बोले अभी. रुको मैं एक बार लाइव टेबल मैंने तभी डाला. Let me see what happens now. Even because Verona equalized, right? Uh, let me see. Nice to have you, Shivam, and everyone else. थोड़ी देर के लिए हो यार पेनल्टी.
कैल्चो चर्चा
So
ट्विटर
yeah,
हैंडल कौन मैनेज करता है? इसका
सब
आंसर
लोग
आपको
I
नहीं
mean.
मिलेगा. इसका आंसर नहीं मिलेगा आपको.
Yeah, Fiorentina have dropped to fifth in the live table. Inter third, Juve fourth, and Roma stay 12th. अगर Hellas Verona, if they win, they'll go above you if you lose, because they are
Yeah,
third. They have 13 points, and
yeah.
Bologna are up to 8, which is the same points as AC Milan.
Wow. अरे
Yeah.
Serie table is very very competitive, so
Exactly, and वो देखो at the end of the day we know what happens is that teams will drift away. ये usual trend रहा है, but this season with the crazy schedule and so many commitments and ACL being the common form of injury, I have a
yeah.
feeling थोड़ा unpredictability दिखेगा top में.
Yep,
Uh,
yep.
also, and I know you said, as you said, Atalanta is there. Atalanta I think will be there for the title race, but now
Yeah.
again they have like fresh injuries again.
Fresh injuries.
Before
Yeah,
the
yeah.
game.
Yeah.
So ये बहुत unpredictable होगा अजय भाई. You never know who will actually
Yeah.
end up. Uh,
Yeah. So this is Afif's comment. Afif is a Romanista. So, it's a very fair point that he's made. Team leaders need to step up and inspire for the rest of the team to perform to full capacity. Of course, it's not entirely the
yeah,
coach's fault,
yeah,
but he's clearly lacking ideas. That's the one thing, right? I mean, Param, because every press conference of Uric, he says that we played well. I saw some positives, but
yeah,
matlab,
yeah, yeah.
I didn't. It's the same template,
I think,
copy paste.
yeah. Oh, crossbar.
अरे तू आगे है थोड़ा.
That
You're a bit ahead.
that should have, that looked difficult though. Watch it. I don't know if you can say that should have been a
Oh,
goal. I
yaar,
guess.
what a chance! What a
Yeah, I think
chance!
the finish angle was difficult. He was on his way down. No?
Yeah, but
But
that's the kind of horrible luck that Roma have had because the
yeah,
opposition अगर वो shot मारता था वो क्रॉस बार पे लग के अंदर जाता था तो तू थोड़ा
exactly,
आगे है
exactly.
वैसे
No, yeah, I'm also watching the Fiorentina game. वही मैं उस पे मतलब the thing is, what I'll say is, one sec, just give me a second.
Mattia Sule was Sule hit the crossbar again once again I would say decent build up Manu Kone driving Roma ahead और बढ़िया चांस था अनफॉर्चुनेटली जैसा मैं कह रहा था कि ये सब चांसेस जो थोड़ा लक है it doesn't go Roma's way यार unfortunately. Param is back.
Yeah, no, I was saying कि the thing is, I saw this interesting tweet by this reporter who works for this Italian outlet called Sportface, which is quite famous. उसने बोला कि this season एक तो we realize अजय भाई कि fifth spot is not guaranteed next season for the
It's not
Champions League,
guaranteed. It's
right?
not guaranteed.
Yeah, because of the Bologna performances and in general, even here and there dropping points, ये वो. And the funny thing is, all these years or whatever, for that extra CL place, right? We have
Yeah.
been relying on Atalanta to do the job. If you notice, fourth place
Yeah.
हो या fifth place हो, right? And now, if they contend for the Scudetto, let's assume, and if they were to finish in the top two, who really is bringing that extra spot anymore? You get the point, right? मतलब last season उनका you were thinking कि ये लोग दूसरा कुछ external competition जीत के लाएंगे वो fifth spot या this and that. Now you are in a position where these guys will aim for top two or are aiming for top two or whatever it is. Scudetto. So who brings the fifth spot? It's a
That's true.
big,
That's true.
it's actually a doubt now, and which means one of the bigger clubs could miss out on the Champions League.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
you get the point. An extra big club. So it's a
That's
quite
true.
it's it's quite a strange season if you really think about it.
It is, but ये
Roma,
अपन ने Bologna का in Europe तो we had predicted कि
yeah,
थोड़ा they
we
will
had
struggle.
predicted. Yeah, but also like some strange games from UA. I mean, इधर उधर तो देखो सब बोलोनिया पे तो blame नहीं कर सकते because other teams will also drop points, right? I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
we will thankfully. I know you won't like to hear this, but Lazio have been perfect so far. भाई वो मतलब वो नहीं होता ना.
That's true. What
Oh
chances
yeah,
from Sule?
the,
I think
yeah,
Sule did his
yeah,
best, man. This is
yeah,
just
yeah. That
the
was difficult.
rub of the green. अगर वो अंदर जाता था. Very tough shot, like you mentioned. because वो full
Yeah,
speed
that
में
was not
उसने,
easy.
it's not easy.
Yeah, that's not easy.
But Sule has done
Uh,
well though.
yeah, exactly. Sule has done well. यार अगर रोमा फैन होता ना तो मैं थोड़ा प्लेयर्स में डिसअपॉइंटेड होता जैसे किसने आई थिंक हुसैन ने who had said it
आफिर ने बोला
आफिर
था, आफिर ने बोला, सही बोला था,
yeah
एकदम सही बोला
exactly
था.
yeah because you like, whatever Urich is out of ideas ये वो है look I will be very objective right the thing is you can't the thing is the player coaches ideas will only work if the players do the bare minimum and I don't think
Yeah,
most of the players are listening अगर
yeah,
player is not listening to the coach वो क्या कर सकता है sideline पे right we have seen this so
that's
many
true.
times अजय भाई so यार I know his press conferences haven't been the greatest, but it's like a way to maintain a positive image
Yeah,
amongst all the crisis.
yeah,
Because we've seen worse from Juric. We've seen him about get into a
yeah,
physical fight with at
yeah.
Torino. This that. By the way, after
Zeki.
yesterday, I understood why he wanted to beat up Torino's sporting director. After yesterday, I understood. That's all I can say.
Zeki Cheli can't cross a football. I have
Can't,
realized
can't, can't.
he just
No,
can't.
he can't. अरे वो अटैकर नहीं है मैं जब बोलता हूँ he was when he was at Lille ना when they won the title and everything he was good but he's like Matthias Oliveira of Napoli. They're
Yeah,
both
pretty
very
much.
good in the defensive phase. Offensively they're not great at all.
Yeah.
मतलब नहीं they're
By the
your
way,
tradition.
in that action, Dobbik was onside. De Silvestri was
Yeah,
playing him on. फिर भी साला ये
yeah,
किया.
yeah,
भाई लोग आपका आपका कमेंट्स हम लोग लेंगे हाफ टाइम में, बिकॉज
yeah,
अभी
yeah.
10-11 मिनट ही बाकी है फॉर द हाफ. कमेंट्स डालते रहो,
Yeah.
विल टेक इट ड्यूरिंग हाफ टाइम.
Also good win for Atalanta last season कैसे होता था ऐसे गेम्स में वो लोग पॉइंट्स ड्रॉप करते थे wherein they were tested but also controversial क्योंकि Udinese
कंट्रोवर्शियल
didn't
वेरी
get
है.
a penalty very
या
controversial so very controversial मतलब वो हैंडबॉल का क्लिप है ट्विटर पे क्लियर
ज़ानियोलो का क्या
हैंडबॉल था ये
ज़ानियोलो का क्या
यार
न्यूज़ है?
he pulled up again I'll check the news but I think Gasparini will lose his cool again on him I feel because what Ajay bhai, he came on as a sub he was not even starting and he
या
got
या
injured
या.
Manu Kone is looking lively
Manu Kone is the only one who's looked lively. Like,
yeah
he gives a damn, and he's been the only bright spot. मैं वही बता रहा था कि
exactly
ये during this dark period of all these games, कोने एक
Hmm.
अकेला एक bright spot रहा है during this time. So
ये पॉली तो शिवम है क्या मतलब इज इट द सेम इज ही देयर फ्रॉम टू अकाउंट्स और व्हाट पॉली तो एफसी और इज देयर समवन
no, no, no,
एल्स
no, 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 no. He's someone else. Someone else.
अच्छा ओके फेयर इनफ because no but I agree with Paulie though because I think Dybala has his own issues as well and I think he's a bit of a drama queen at times I'm sorry like if no Romanista likes this but I feel वो थोड़ा overlook हो जाता है how much of a scene he creates and he gets away with it
ये
uh,
क्रॉस ओवर मैंने वही बोला कि ये चक दे इंडिया में जो सीनियर
yeah
प्लेयर्स थे ना, जो नहीं खेल रहे थे, पेलेग्रिनी एज
yeah
वेल
that's
फॉर दैट मैटर.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Pellegrini
exactly.
as well.
Both Roma and Fiorentina have a free kick like indirect. Yeah, Fiorentina almost scored. Sorry, Bologna and Fiorentina, my bad, not Roma.
हाँ.
Of course.
अब मैं भी सोचा तू आगे निकल गया स्ट्रीम में, तेरा
नहीं
टाइम
नहीं
स्टैम्प
नहीं
पे.
नहीं नहीं नहीं. But yeah, I agree with you. This is actually, if you compare, it is like the movie that they quite.
You add in Cristante also over there. So
And the funny thing is, a newcomer like Manu Kone is doing well. Wherein in that movie, you had a few people working hard, matlab silently working hard.
हाँ हाँ
The,
हाँ.
the two sisters
Correct,
from.
correct.
It's quite a funny scene if you think
It is
about
quite a, but we just need a Kabir Khan right now.
it.
uh,
Yeah, I think Roberto Mancini ka to I think we should discuss on a separate episode because yeah,
yeah, it's a whole different story because
yeah,
वही है ना कि he's not managed a club team for a while now. He's been at
yeah.
the
It's a
international
strange
team.
one.
तो
It's a
थोड़ा
strange
एक
one. But by the way, do subscribe to Calcio Churcha if you have not yet. अगर आप लोग ने नहीं किया
है वहाँ पे, मैंने
तो
टिकर में भी लिखा है.
हाँ yeah, do subscribe and we will bring more content. हमने plan किया है so hopefully we get the time to film that content and everything. So वो तो जाएगा आएगा अभी international break है तो और content आएगा. Because this is what I look at it. Like, look, see, I'm not spoiling the action for you by commentating on it. Okay, like what I'm saying is, if Manu Kone, a newcomer, can put in the work ethic, what
Yeah,
is wrong with the other players? Like, I'm not saying every player is the same, every human being is the same, and all that stuff. But still, like, even if ठीक है, Mancini, I understand he has issues with the coach, chalo. And I feel Mancini is an ass. We spoke also the other day. I didn't like as a
Yeah,
neutral. Like I feel like my point is, if Manu Kone, a newcomer, can even Enzola Faye, even when he's fit, I can see he does the bare minimum. He tries. So my point is, if these newcomers can fight for the badge or whatever for the club, what is it with the experienced ones, especially Dybala? Like I feel, जैसे मैं बोला, I feel he has too much going on the side. I know he has. I know the club is playing hardball with the contract and everything, but I don't know. I still expect a bare
this
minimum.
is
I
this
expect,
is this is where I feel there has been no communication between the
yeah,
management and the technical team. ये बहुत एक issue है, and that's
yeah,
where you have Gisolfi in his limited experience. I don't think so can
yeah,
manage the
yeah,
Euros at Roma. It's a whole different ball
yeah,
game. He's not meant for
yeah.
that. I mean, he उसको hire किया था for transfers, not for anything else, right?
Yeah,
So
this
so
is why clubs hire that team manager in their role. Like you get
yeah,
the
yeah,
like I know it's the job of the middle management, but if you see Inter under Conte had Lele Oriali, the legendary figure. Now he's gone to
yeah,
Napoli. He was there with the Italian national team. Now we've brought
yeah.
in Riccardo Ferri to replace him. So there are these team managers of sorts, in these teams to
Correct, correct, correct.
manage the situation. And वही रहता है, if you don't have that, at times it can go bad. And I feel yeah, Roma में communication is a problem. We know this. We know this.
That's a general case of Roman clubs, be it Lazio or be it
Roman
Roma.
clubs.
Yeah, the communication is a
That's the
gap,
funny thing,
and
right?
and
And,
knowingly,
yeah,
knowingly, you kind of mess it up is just unacceptable in my
yeah,
opinion.
yeah. Obviously, I understand. Fair point. एक तो funny चीज वही है कि knowingly जैसे आपने बोला, एक तो by the way, Hellas are playing so well. When the funny thing with Hellas is not when they have their players fit, they will put in 110%.
Yeah,
Give me one sec. Give me one sec.
or Solini with a foul has to be a yellow somewhere यार. कहाँ पे
Yeah,
तो एक
yeah.
yellow दो यार. एक yellow तो
यार
आना चाहिए.
आज रात को बस just give us clean referee.
योगेश कहाँ
Yeah,
पे है यार? योगेश को लेके आ तू.
Yogesh,
ये
I
अच्छा
I
एक
will stick to my yeah I'm sticking to my prediction of a 2-1 win. I'm not changing it, but I do feel this will be very tricky. They will want to give a reaction for sure. Uh,
hmm.
By the way, for the audience on Calcio Charcha, we are planning a video wherein we will be highlighting the best under 25 or under 23 talent so far up to this point in the Serie. At the time of recording that video, whenever we do it, मतलब because there have been some good talents, अजय भाई. एक तो
तो
आप जानते हो, एक तो फनीली ना वो अननोन टैलेंट्स आते हैं हेल्लास से ज्यादा है.
hmm.
जैक्सन चाचा हुआ, एड्रेदा पेलायाने, ऑल दीस प्लेयर्स.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. That's true. In fact,
Give me 5 minutes.
yeah. Last 5 minutes of the first half. थोड़ा urgency दिख रहा है from Roma. A bit of urgency, like Afid said. Decent effort from Manu Kone थोड़ा time पहले, but it looks like Bologna will keep the lead at halftime until something dramatic happens. Unless something dramatic happens, Dobic trying to hold up play, and apparently you can't. यार ये तो मतलब बहुत the refereeing has been like Juric says this. I think he just used his body to control, but probably got like a stray arm or something. Yeah, just got a stray elbow. Param is back.
Yeah, this refereeing yeah has not been the best.
It's not been the
But
best. It's
was
been very
yeah. Bologna
क्या है
players
ना
are making the most of it
most
as
of
well.
it, most of it. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Because इसमें you can't do anything. You're trying to hold the ball up with your
yeah,
physique.
yeah,
You're bound to
yeah,
get. तो ये तो ref has to manage the game a bit better. But
yeah.
then again,
By the way, you have to give credit to Lorenzo Di Silvestri. एक तो he's what 38 and he's
no,
still playing decent.
he's not that old. But at the start of the stream, I actually gave him the shout out because like a lot of
He
people don't know. Oh, this is a chance for
yeah.
Bologna.
So he is
हाँ
37 or something.
हाँ तो हाँ he must be 37. He must be because he is
Yeah.
87, 88 born. So
Yeah, exactly. He's
so
इस पे शायद एक मतलब अपने को एक सीरीज करना पड़ेगा वेटरन्स ऑफ लाइक the like underrated or lesser known veterans, title it
Correct.
better veterans of
So,
Serie A. Like,
so a lot of people don't know that Zappacosta was De Silvestri's backup at Torino. Like De Silvestri
yeah,
was
yeah,
the starter,
yeah,
and when Chelsea came to buy him, they were pretty okay to sell him because Zappacosta was the number two. But अगर आप normal
yeah.
कोई fan को पूछोगे, they would know Zappacosta over De Silvestri. So
Exactly my point. Yeah, I agree with you. This Fiorentina game has been very tricky. I'm reacting to the Fiorentina game.
अच्छा
So that your action for Roma thing doesn't get ruined.
हाँ because
You have to give
Angelino had the ball. ने ओ बोला मेरे
yeah,
को
I
लगा
know.
एंजेलिनो ने वापस कुछ
पिएत्रो कोमुज़ो भी एक अच्छा टैलेंट है जो फियोरेंटीना के, बट
हाँ
आई डू हैव मतलब इट्स नॉट लाइक एकदम से परफेक्ट है. आई थिंक थोड़ा लोग उसको एकदम से कुछ देर थोड़ा शुगर कोटिंग ज्यादा, बट ही देयर इज पोटेंशियल देयर एंड ही इज बीन कॉल्ड अप बाय
he's
स्पेलेटी,
been
राइट?
called up
वी
by
विल एक तो
Spalletti. Yeah.
या वी विल बी डूइंग आई थिंक थर्सडे का स्ट्रीम अजूरी पे ही होगा आई गेस. अजय भाई वी विल बी
Right,
डिस्कसिंग इट
right.
ऑल. या यार लास्ट आर प्लेइंग वेल यार होता है. So by the way, Reda Bella, yeah, right, the central midfielder, right, Ajay, playing well for Hellas. Matlab, he's been having a very good season, right? So the Moroccan player. So the news is that in case by summer Aslani does not step up his game at Inter, because Aslani को अब 3 साल हो गए, right? This is his third season and we extended his contract. So अगर if he doesn't step up his game as that Hakan backup, we will look to sell him on and go for Bella, yeah. Because Aslani वो physical, अगर आप हकान को देखते हो ना, it's so physically he's so good, but Aslani just lacks that, that 60 defensive abilities. So the news is that we will then go for Belayane by selling Aslani, ऐसा कुछ करेंगे.
Why don't you all go for Brian Cristante? Sir Brian Cristante, अच्छा player है यार.
Zero brains, only nothing actually, no footballing ability.
Gagliardini, Gagliardini and Cristante, just imagine.
Yeah, मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ ना, this can be pictured at Monza.
Monza.
I'm telling you this, yeah, it's so likely. Nesta going for both. I mean, the one is already there. Cristante next
Finally,
summer.
finally a yellow card. It was coming.
Yeah, that
ये
was
fault.
yellow. That is yellow. नहीं, yeah. Bologna are getting it, थोड़ा getting away with it.
Yeah. Sicily once again showing the drive again throughout the game. He's been the only
Exactly.
guy who was willing to move the ball forward.
This
Carrying.
is my question.
He,
This is my point, right? Your case, the leaders have to learn from the youngsters. उल्टा हो रहा है
yeah, yeah.
in terms of the drive. मतलब that's not
ये
what it should come to. हाँ,
एकदम चक दे
yeah,
वाला
that was a
टाइप
bad
है
one.
चांद उफ
Yeah.
शराबी
Del Silvestri, got De Silvestri as well. ओ भाई टच के लिए कोई था ही नहीं उधर. ये क्या है ये? Roma look dejected in every. मतलब they don't look
yeah
themselves. It's very clear.
yeah look at Pisili just running his heart out man
And only
he's a
see. Yeah, he tried. He tried. अभी आपका और मेरा लेवल है. आप थोड़े आगे हो.
hmm,
ये अपने द क्वालिटी, सो आई थिंक दैट्स व्हाई वो थोड़ा लैग तो पड़ जाता. ठीक है.
अच्छा
Fiorentina, by the way, are trying. मतलब they're trying to work the ball into the box, but Hellas have close spaces and Montipo in goal is very active. He just punched another good cross.
yeah
So yeah, Hellas are up for it. 1-1. We'll come to the comments, guys. Don't worry. I know. Oh, bhai, I thought that was in for Fiorentina. That looked in. Gozin's almost scored. By the way, Ajay, bhai, Gozin's also has revival by going to
revival
Fiorentina. Yeah,
yeah
they almost scored. अरे the funny thing about the Fiorentina thing is ना, जब ऐसा लग रहा है they are playing at a construction, obviously it's construction work. ऐसा लग रहा है वो
yeah
इंडिया में जहाँ खोदा रहता है ना साइड में मेट्रो के बाजू में, वैसा it's looking like.
सबसे सबसे एंटीक चीज वो सिटी में उनका स्टेडियम ही है आर्तेमियो
Yeah,
फ्रैंकी इट्स ओल्डर देन
exactly.
any of the structures from the Renaissance era.
Yeah, and that's the funny thing. You have to give them credit with less fans in the stadium because of the stadium work to grind these results. So Paladino को तो credit मिलना ही चाहिए. Uh,
Correct.
Hellas attacking. Hellas. Oh,
Roma attacking
Hellas
as
are
well.
positive.
Angelino,
Yeah.
one last chance.
Hellas
अरे
are.
यार एक ढंग का बॉल डाल यार.
हाँ, आप आगे हो अभी, which is fine. Hellas are up for it. They almost. Moise Kean तो क्या फॉर्म में है यार Moise Kean वर्ल्डली
Yeah,
हेट इज हियर इंटरिस्टा लाउतारो इसको भी भाई पहले से मत बोल भाई पहले से ये सब मत कर भाई देख वो लोग आज मोटिवेटेड होंगे थोड़ा तो पिसिली रिमाइंड्स यू ऑफ फर्मीन लोपेज वाओ इंटरेस्टिंग इन बारसा हाँ देख पिसिली टैलेंट तो अच्छा है आई एग्री विथ यू
थोड़ा टेक्निकल एबिलिटी में उसको काम करना है, but he definitely
ही इज वेरी
gives all
यंग
his
यार ही
heart
इज
out.
वेरी
Yeah,
यंग या
very young. That's half time.
एग्जैक्टली
Probably the
या
last
हाफ टाइम
last
दोनों
half for
दोनों गेम्स
Jurich
में हाफ
as well.
टाइम दोनों गेम्स में
Yep,
हाफ
yep,
Yeah, I'll be
yep.
there for like 5 minutes and then take your leave. We'll do more watch along, guys. ऐसे तो अजय भाई and our channel पे.
Yeah,
देखो यार, the thing is, मैं वही अजय भाई को बोल रहा था. I wish Inter Napoli was at 11:15. पक्का watch along कर
yeah, yeah,
लेता मैं.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
1:15, we'll be damn exhausted while doing it. I'm sure Yogesh
कल
will be up
मंडे
for it.
मॉर्निंग यार, कल मंडे मॉर्निंग है
Yeah,
ऊपर से.
exactly. And both of us, like the thing is, I'll be watching the game obviously, but वो energy नहीं रहेगी watch along में. Like
Yeah,
right now, you can see it.
yeah.
But let's go to the comments, Ajay bhai. So
Yeah,
many, so many,
checking some
so many.
comments. Yeah, yeah. Just a second. मैं थोड़ा इसको स्क्रीन को है ना लेआउट को ठीक कर
हाँ
देता हूँ.
हाँ बदल लो दिस इज बेटर
कमेंट्स को
हाउ
मैं
डू यू डू
देख
यू
लूँ.
हैव टू वी हैव टू डू दिस फॉर सीसी एज वेल
हाँ, ये मैं सीख लिया, तो ये we'll get it done. But let's take some of the comments. This is Roberto Mancini, of course, Afir, who's a Roma fan. Yeah, we don't agree with. Of course, we agree. So track record has been good with clubs, but it's been a while. And at
इट्स
Saudi,
बीन अ
मतलब
व्हाइल
तेरे को पता ही है कि Saudi में he had so many clashes. He left midway
या
during
मैंने
a penalty
बहुत
shootout, clashed
penalty
with
shootout
everybody.
Asian Cup में not a
Ah,
friendly not a casual game
exactly.
not just that he froze out players he had मतलब publicly he called them out then the players and their agents were like ये
Yeah,
झूठ बोल रहा है now that was debatable who was lying but still he got himself into weird mess एकदम अजीब and I understand see he now the different factor here what I'm trying to say is coming back to Italy I get it but as you said it's been a while since he's managed the club एक तो वो है Laziale, that's another factor which you're worried
yeah,
about, obviously.
yeah,
And
yeah.
my thing is it really sensible? So I don't know. I have question marks,
So
basically.
do
I have a
I.
lot
So
of
do I.
questions.
Even
Yeah,
I would have question marks. I made it very clear that, of course,
yeah.
as a supporter of the club, you support whoever is the coach. But
Mm,
given his forget his Lazio past even for a minute, but given that he's not been in club football for so long, he's been in international football.
mm,
Where ठीक है with that Italy team, he won the Euros, but after that, it's pretty
yeah,
much it's been a semi-retirement. So do you want to bring him
yeah,
back,
yeah.
that kind of manager back? तो
Uh,
रादर अगर आपको रिस्क लेना ही था तो टेरोसी के साथ रिस्क लेते हैं. ही इज अ यंग कोच, ही
that
नोज
was
द
the
रोमा.
वो तो पहला मिस्टेक था वो तो सबसे
या
पहला ही मिस्टेक था एंड yeah, I would say hiring Urich was a mistake. It's just that by then things by that time everything had gone to shit. So
या
who
सो
my point is even if Mancini comes in, right, you're bringing a volatile coach with temperamental issues. Now either he uses that to fire everything or everyone around him up, right? You get the point. At times, it
या
happens that personalities, fiery personalities come together, it everything goes well or it everything goes to shit like we were thinking of Conte and Napoli. So yeah, it's a weird one.
देखते
It's
हैं.
really
लेट्स
weird.
सी. गुड
Yeah.
इवनिंग.
Nice to see
Bisek,
you. I hope you're still there.
finally people
Bisek,
have recognized
hey.
Bisek as potential.
Yeah, so he's about
That's
to
just
sign a
because of the
contract
Arsenal game.
extension. Yeah.
Just because of the Arsenal game, now people are recognized him.
Yeah.
सिर्फ एक
Recognized.
मतलब प्रीमियर लीग, even when Atalanta played against Liverpool, तब तक सब लोग Atalanta को they were kind of like
Hmm.
not giving them a chance. But
Yeah.
anyways,
All I will say is that he is a talent. I'm very patient and उसका contract extension आ रहा है 2029 तक.
hmm.
So yeah,
Chuck,
good to see.
Chuck the
I
India,
agree with
एकदम
this.
Chuck the India.
ये मैं वही सॉरी आफिर का कमेंट किया था.
Yeah,
He is
Chuck the
absolutely
India
spot on.
situation. Hi, Mohammad Abid bhai. Yeah, this is true. This is under Mourinho, of course. Mourinho was excellent with set pieces.
Yeah.
Different era. I actually, I will make a video soon. How we're actually missing a guy like Chris Smalling, because Smalling, when fit, I think he was the leader at the back. Leadership,
But his fitness issue,
his
I
fitness
agree
issue
with you.
was,
But
yeah,
yeah, had gone up right by then. His fitness issues
yeah,
had.
yeah, yeah,
The thing is,
yeah,
see, I think signing Hummels and Hermoso was just like क्योंकि चाहिए तो चाहिए gap.
yeah.
You know, it was like
Very
both of them were
reactionary.
contingency. Yeah,
Yeah,
I had what you like again as Somik is talking what I told you so with Urich. Let me also do that. I told you so about Hermoso and Hummels. I'm not saying they can't do well, but they had big
Yeah,
question marks coming in. Naam bade hai, but they were not coming off. If you
yeah,
followed both of them closely, they were not coming off like a good sequence or a good phase off the pitch. So,
yeah, yeah.
uh, and Soumik, I agree with you. It's just that I feel matlab, yeah, things had already gotten worse at Roma, and the whole Suluku thing and everything. He was set up to fail. De Rossi ko galti ki, Juric was set up to fail, and I don't know what happens with the third coach.
Yeah, let's see. One word about Messi. उसने खुद आंसर किया गोट. Of course, गोट है वो.
वो इसके
But
अलावा क्या बोल सकते हैं हम भाई मतलब
why is it when we play a team was a player sub for a season, they seem to play at 200%? Uh,
या
you just watch for Skorupski का master class. I know कि
या
एक shot crossbar में लगा है, but Skorupski will pull out his inner Lev Yashin, Buffon, whoever the goalkeeper that
Skorupski
you
is
can
that
think of.
kind of keeper, huh? But
Yeah,
Skorupski is that kind of keeper. वो हमेशा करता है. I remember him doing it against Inter also. So yeah,
yeah, yeah.
uh,
Lazio versus
he,
Roma, who will win? Let's find out in January 5th. I'm not saying anything right now. अभी
अनुभूति and
time
Ajay bhai watch along.
yeah अभी time है for Derby della Capitale.
Yeah, Monza Lazio आज रात को है 10:30 बजे. Which again I know it will overlap with the London derby, but
So Param, ये जो work rate का issue है with Dybala, last couple of games he's actually put in the hard yards. He's been tracking back,
yes,
he's been winning the ball, but
I have yeah.
then again, I think, obviously there is not one issue plaguing the side. There are, as you said, layers and layers. So, whatever he does right
Exactly. Yeah.
now, it's not coming off. And at this
Mm-hmm.
point, that's where, as a leader, you take responsibility and, raise your hand up and say that, yeah,
Exactly.
let's,
Exactly.
let's, rally the team together. Let's get the
Yeah,
boys
yeah.
behind.
He he
इसमें,
he he has too many other things which he lets वो सब चीजें overtake what he does on the pitch. I feel at times. And then now when you think about what happened at Juventus, you can put थोड़ा two and two together. Not to say
yeah,
उसकी गलती थी सब again, but यही रहता है कि यार you expect these guys, especially what he did to stay at Roma after all that. Even if
yeah,
things
yeah,
go to shit, you have to act like the captain if you are official, even if you're not one. आप टीम के लीडर हो यार, आप फुटबॉल मैनेजर खेलते हो, उसमें स्कोर डायनामिक्स वो सब रहता है.
बिल्कुल,
you're the you're the leader at the top of that hierarchy यार. So
बिल्कुल, 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 बिल्कुल.
other sorry, it's already हाँ cool है for ये. हाँ मैं थोड़ा आगे चला गया comments में. Someone said this about Juric though कि हाँ Juric should get credit for playing Pizzili constantly. मतलब वो तो है, which I don't think would have happened कि अगर कोई तीसरा ही कोच होता. मतलब because
Yeah,
we know Juric believes in youth. I mean this guy
yeah,
has produced or at least helped given the platform for two back-to-back top class defenders in Buongiorno and Bremer. So उसका तो
yeah,
credit
yeah.
मिलना चाहिए.
Yeah, this is the
भाई
prediction
ये
for Burnley hit in the future.
तो तू तेरा prediction रख, but I don't want to get मतलब एकदम too ahead of myself. यार कुरवानो हाँ he's going to the report is he's going to get cheered. वो तो last season भी हुआ था, ठीक है.
वो तो हर मतलब
हाँ
लुकाकू का तो
yeah.
वो नया नहीं रहा है. It's not
but
nothing new
but I'll be careful about doing that to this version of Lukaku with Conte.
with Conte with his father.
Eh, yeah, exactly. Conte, what
ऐसे
I'm reading is Conte को mixed bag मिलेगा because it's not like he did like he did leave ideally, but he still won us a trophy. So I mean, yeah. Sorry, you were
yeah,
saying something.
Lazio and Bologna play next and Napoli Roma next week. So good games
वो
coming.
वही
मतलब next
yeah,
week नहीं
exactly.
मतलब whenever Serie resumes
Yeah,
after the international break.
yeah. Yeah, I agree with फिर I agree. यार देख हम लोग वही डिस्कस कर रहे थे आदर्श की आई थिंक अजय भाई के साथ मैं अग्री करता हूँ. देयर इज अ चांस कि
They're in the
आज
mix for sure.
दे आर इन द मिक्स. एवरीवन इज इन द मिक्स. ये जो मैं द थिंग इज वेयर आई डिसएग्री व्हेन पीपल से इंटर आर क्लियर कट फेवरेट्स. देखो यार द थिंग इज वी आर श्योर ठीक है इफ यू वांट टू से वी हैव द बेस्ट स्क्वाड चलो फेयर इनफ. द पॉइंट इज देयर आर सो मेनी गेम्स. There are so many games to play. And you can't say anybody is a clear favorite with that. That's my
Yeah,
simple point. Nobody's a Napoli ke liye bhi. Napoli is not complete. If they make January signings, and if let's say AC Milan also make January signings because clearly these two teams lack a few players, then let's see. I'm not saying clear cut फिर भी कोई होगा. Others, but coming back to Atalanta, मैं थोड़ी देर पहले street पे what I said is कि last season they used to drop points in games like today's against Udinese. Like today they ground out the win, but it was controversial because Isaac Haim पे handball था और referee ने clearly दिया नहीं penalty, which so Udinese deserved to draw the game at least. They didn't deserve to lose it. So today they got lucky, but in general the theme is Ajay bhai ki they are grinding out wins which they otherwise didn't in the past years. And one more theme which Ajay bhai keeps saying is that Atalanta always wake up in the second half, but this
Yeah.
season they've woken up way before time. So let's see. And others,
By the
sorry,
way,
one more thing, it's about injuries also because they've again got multiple injuries. So sorry, go ahead, Ajay.
just looking back at the Bologna goal, what a shit goal to concede यार.
Yeah,
Zeki Celik मतलब
yeah, I saw
कर क्या
that.
रहा था वो अपना मतलब ऐसा एंगल करके क्लियर करने की कोशिश कर रहे हो. He,
By the way,
if you just look at him
I
ना,
would,
he's
yeah, yeah, I saw that. I saw that. It was very bad. And
कर क्या रहा है.
that also, Roma backline was outnumbering the Bologna attack for when the ball
हाँ
was
हाँ
coming
हाँ
in.
हाँ.
That was
इस पे
funny. So
देखो इस पे मैं I wouldn't blame Ivan Juric on this man because he set up.
yeah,
मैं
उसको
देखा था at the
exactly.
start of the corner, it's a zonal marking था. There were,
Yeah.
it was covered, but how the hell do you defend like that? I mean,
This comes down to brains. This comes down to
yeah.
brains. हाँ, इसमें आप
See,
कोई भी कोच को blame.
एंड मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ
Yeah.
कि अब सऊद अब्दुल हमीद को चांस ही नहीं मिला है. आप उसको कोई
Uh,
डीप एंड में डाल दोगे जैसे हमल्स को डाला था अगेंस्ट फ्योरेंटीना वेयर द गेम इज ऑलरेडी गॉन. And Saud Abdul Hamid will not put in that performance because he's not settled in, right? And
yeah.
then again,
No, but
again there would be
yeah,
like, so एक यही है कि see, the one criticism I have of Juric is that that back
Saud.
line that back line
Yeah,
has not. I mean, this is when you actually needed to shuffle
you
your
needed.
back.
Yeah,
It's just gone with the
yeah. I
same
agree.
back
I
line of
agree.
Angelino center back, Endika and Mancini. And
Yeah,
even in the last Europa League game, तूने देखा कि when Endika was not available, he went for Cristante in the middle. So that's something
yeah. I
which
agree.
baffles me. अगर थोड़ा और क्वालिटी ऑपोजिशन रहता तो क्रिस्टांटे के एरर्स में उन लोग पाउंस करते थे. He gave away the ball a lot in that Europa League game, but nevertheless.
दो 3-1 El
Prime
Pistolero
Inzaghi.
मेरा फुटबॉल का मेन स्ट्राइकर प्राइम इंजागी. फेयर इनफ प्राइम इंजागी. 1:15 से मैच है. मैं सो जाऊंगा सुबह उठ के. हाँ यार बहुत लेट है यार. क्या बट आई विल
हाँ,
बी वाचिंग.
this is a tactic that I have used, Param. तेरे को क्या does this work for you कि जल्दी सो जाना 10 साढ़े 10 को अलार्म डाल के 1:15 को उठना, ये होते क्या तेरे साथ किया हुआ तूने?
I have done it, but अभी कैसा होता है? If I try, मेरे को 10:15 को नींद ही नहीं आती. So I just go to work exhausted and then next day जब मैच नहीं होता तब जल्दी सो जाता हूँ. क्या ही करे.
करेक्ट
Uh,
करेक्ट.
पर बट ये पॉलितो एफसी का कमेंट आई वांट टू इफ यू कैन टेक इट. आई थिंक ही इज मेड अ वैलिड पॉइंट ये एमरसन रॉयल के बारे में. बट एक चीज बोलूंगा, पॉलितो ऐसा नहीं कि एरर्स नहीं कर रहा है गेम्स में. ही स्टिल मेकिंग सम बिग एरर्स which lead to threatening attacks. But yes, he has been better. I will agree with that. But he has been making errors. Uh,
By the way, speaking of fullbacks, I just saw a clip of Samuel Dahl. उसको भी चांस नहीं दिया यार. उसको तुम लेके
yeah,
आए हो,
हाँ
उसको भी.
वो तो मुझे समझ रहा नहीं है. You brought him from a very good Swedish club, Djurgårdens, who have a knack of producing talent, and he's not seen anything. मतलब, at this point, I agree with you. You just try playing.
You try. There's no harm in trying, right? And
Yeah,
there
yeah.
are so many games. You have midweek games. You have weekend games. एक जगह पे try करो. ऐसा नहीं कि तुम्हारा ये चल रहा है. See, like
वही.
I would always bring El Sharawi on from the bench because he is the guy who can close out
Yeah,
games if needed. That's
yeah.
about it. And Zalewski
And
is a lost case. So
yeah, and I'm sorry, yaar. Yeah, sorry, go
may
ahead. I'll give.
you play Angelino as your starter, left wing back, and Samuel
Yeah,
Dahl as his backup. Simple,
yeah, I
simple,
agree.
basic point.
I agree with you. I agree with you because Samuel Dahl ऐसा नहीं कि जरा भी नहीं खेल सकता. He's not that kind of a player, यार. And after that's a good point. Fonseca मैं जो बोल रहा हूँ ना, he has improved at
Yeah,
instilling confidence in players, and that's why Emerson has been better. The
absolutely.
environment makes a difference. The environment makes a difference. Although Milan का एक अलग ही चल रहा है कि कल भी ड्रॉ किया, कल भी पॉइंट्स गिरा.
बाय द वे पूरा हाफ टाइम में सबसे ज्यादा हुमल्स को फुटेज मिला है कि वो वार्म अप कर रहे हैं.
Yeah, I saw that. He's smiling. वो भी हंस रहे, हम लोग हंस रहे, बट फनी चीज वही था कि कल के गेम में Gabriele Zappa, फॉर्मर इंटर यूथ प्रोडक्ट, एब्सोल्युटली
Yeah,
स्कोर्ड अ बैंगर
he
अगेंस्ट
scored.
Milan.
Yeah. Saw those
Yeah.
goals.
And by the
And
way, Ajay, after
Cagliari
this
should have
game
won it.
against,
Cagliari should have won it
yeah,
actually.
yeah, yeah. Although sure, वो बोल सकते हो कैलरी का एक गोल controversial था, with the line of sight being blocked, but also Theo Hernandez didn't get a red card, so you can say he evens out.
Yeah,
Uh,
true.
also one thing, Ajay, after this game ends, do watch the goals in Fiorentina Hellas because
Yeah,
both were kind
of
of
course,
bangers, kind of
of course,
at least.
of course.
मैं
मेरे
5 मिनट
स्कूल
में
डेज
आपका
में
2 मिनट.
सेrie A के बहुत टीम्स के फैन थे, पर अब टाइम अलग है, सब ग्लोरी हंटर हो गया है। नहीं देख यार,
देख,
ग्लोरी हंटर को मैं बोल नहीं
हाँ,
सकता हूँ यार बाइक्स, बिकॉज सबका अपना अपना चॉइस है। सो इट्स ओके,
एग्जैक्टली,
whoever you want to. My only thing is don't disrespect, like you know why disrespecting.
disrespect, exactly, yeah,
हम
exactly,
लोग
I
नहीं
agree
करते
with
यार, I mean I we you know we
that.
completely agree. You are free to support Man United, Spurs, City, whoever you want to support,
जिसको सपोर्ट
Madrid,
करना है
Barca,
करो यार.
जिसको भी सपोर्ट करना है,
एग्जैक्टली.
बट disrespect क्यों कर रहे हो?
Yeah, exactly. That's see. At the end of the day, Vikes यही चीज है ना, तुम्हें जिसको Spalletti is present at the Fiorentina Hellas game. Wow. But my sorry, coming back to the point, Spalletti हर game जाता है. You have to give it to the guy. But
Absolutely.
yeah, but yeah, I agree with Ajay bhai. This is my line of thinking as well. कि you support whoever you want, man. It's your
Yeah,
choice. We have
yeah,
seen Fiorentina fans from India on our streams.
yeah,
Two at least I've seen. एक Atleti
yeah.
into Fiorentina fan and just one Fiorentina fan from Hyderabad or something. Yeah, feel free to support whoever you want. And if you personally ever come across people ना supporting, let's say कल कोई तेरे को पूछे बोलता है सामने से, I support यार क्या बोलूं, Cagliari, चल पकड़ के, right? Don't make fun of them. Then these if I'm not saying you specifically, but if you start making fun of people who have different choices, then they feel discouraged and they feel afraid to speak out. उनको थोड़ा ये होता है फिर. They're very conscious. I think Ajay bhai, you must have heard that a lot as well, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
So don't discourage, उल्टा encourage करो कि देख क्रिश जो हमारा कैल्चियो चर्चा पे रहता है, आई गिव फुल क्रेडिट फॉर स्टिकिंग टू जेनोवा. मतलब आई एम श्योर वो बोलता होगा लोगों को मैं जेनोवा सपोर्ट करता हूं, बोलते होंगे उसको क्या जेनोवा क्या, बट देन यू हैव टू गिव हिम क्रेडिट यार.
So first up, we have a Roma corner. Sir Brian Cristante
या
winning a corner.
इस कॉर्नर के बाद आई विल टेक योर लीव अजय भाई, थोड़ा काम भी
Yeah,
है मेरे को, आई विल बी वाचिंग द गेम, बट लेट मी सी इफ क्रिस्टांटे स्कोर्स दिस और नॉट. भाई लोग
that
प्लीज
should be.
सब्सक्राइब टू अजय भाई चैनल एंड प्लीज सब्सक्राइब टू कैल्चियो चर्चा यार, वी विल बी ब्रिंगिंग द कंटेंट टू यू. या भाई, ओ इट वाज ओके. क्रिस्टांटे ही था क्या?
Cristante ही था. but he couldn't do really anything about it because
Yeah,
he
yeah,
was
it's tough.
outmarked.
It's tough.
करने से.
Ooh, Hellas almost. Oh my God, these guys are dangerous, man.
Suddenly Hellas जाग गया. Even
Yeah,
last game week you saw against Roma also.
yeah,
Although
yeah,
however the
yeah,
game went, but
yeah.
nevertheless they are a very tricky team. You'd never know which Hellas
Tricky
is going
team.
to show up.
Exactly. Either they're good or either they're shit. There is
Yes,
no
हाँ,
middle ground.
कुछ मिडिल ग्राउंड नहीं है. कभी-कभी उन लोग सेrie B जैसा खेलते हैं, कभी-कभी उन लोग ऐसा चैंपियंस लीग जैसा
Exactly.
खेलते हैं.
They got smashed at home 3-0 to Monza, जो मुश्किल से गोल
Yeah,
मार रही थी. And then
exactly.
they exactly. But yeah, Vikes, I agree. Everyone has their own perception. That's exactly my point. Just be respectful. जिसको जो देखना है, फालतू का disrespect मत करो. जैसे फालतू की जो ट्विटर, डोंट बी कंडीशन बाय सोशल मीडिया. मतलब ठीक है, सोशल मीडिया इज यूजफुल बट ऑल्सो ट्राई टू फॉर्म योर ओन ओपिनियन. मैंने शिवम का एक अगर आप कमेंट पुल अप करो तो गिव हिम अ शाउट आउट. He corrected a very popular Twitter account this
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
last few days.
Dr. Raj Chauhan.
Raj Chauhan, Raj Chauhan, who's a good analyst, but he was very unfair, of course, on the player in question. And I agree with Shivam because I have also watched the player in question. And you know, जो मतलब just form your own perception here. Watch XYZ player, देखो and don't be disrespectful. As simple as that. वाइक्स का कमेंट मस्त है बिफोर आई लीव. क्या, आई सॉ दैट. सो वाइक्स, गुड न्यूज कि हम लोग एक्चुअली कैल्चियो चर्चा पे भी मोर गेमिंग या एटलीस्ट क्विजेस
Yeah,
ये
yeah.
सब. मैंने अजय भाई डू लिसन टू दैट वॉइस नोट, सेकंड वाला
Yeah,
जो
yeah,
भेजा
yeah.
उसमें मैं
And
वही
I
बोल रहा
listened to it.
था.
I
कैन यू
listened to
गेट.
it. Listen to it.
हाँ,
We'll do
हाँ,
some
तो
content
करें.
around it.
या बिकॉज आई जस्ट रियलाइज पीपल विल हैव फन एंड विद द गेम साइड. एंड सो हम लोग कैल्चियो चर्चा पे एक सेरिया बी टीम से चालू करेंगे इसे, मैं और अजय भाई एंड whoever else. It's open for all. Mostly Palermo सोच रहे. Actually, Ajay, I have an idea. We'll pick na 4 to 5 teams और poll
हाँ
डालते हैं and let the
पोल
audience
डालते हैं,
decide.
या
And
पोल
and
डालते हैं.
we'll keep it. Yeah, we'll either do Serie lower table clubs. We'll keep it this lower table Serie clubs. Anyone from
और
Serie B and anyone from Serie C. बस that's it.
नहीं
Serie D कुछ ज्यादा ही हो जाएगा मुश्किल.
नहीं नहीं,
I
वो
think
तो बहुत
बाट
ज्यादा,
लग
इतना
जाएगी
इतना समय नहीं है
अपनी.
अपने पास में.
समय नहीं है वही Serie C भी देखेंगे. But
हाँ
yeah, yeah. शिवम का एक लास्ट कमेंट लेके I'll take your leave and रोमा का एक्शन देख के. I agree, Shivam. I agree. Anyone from outside, bro, matlab, there are host of factors to take into account here. It's not just
या
we forget that they are human beings. I know their job is to play
राइट
football and they're privileged, but एक
राइट
adaptation चीज भी होती है. Roma
राइट.
struggling, not struggling, but unable to break through into the final
ब्रेक
third there.
थ्रू, या
Yeah.
मर्ज भी करेंगे हम लोग वाइक्स, ये भी है अपना पाइपलाइन में,
Yeah.
धीरे धीरे करके सब आ
यार
जाएगा.
वो
तो मत
सॉरी
करो.
सॉरी फॉर दैट वो सॉरी फॉर दैट गिव अवे विल डू इट यार वो थोड़ा ना सबका रह जाता है यार काम में इधर
या
उधर एंड we'll do it we apologize
स्पाल
for
लेके,
that.
शिव में स्पाल लेके खेलने के लिए.
भाई Spal is where Derossi shat the bed as a coach
या
so
एंड
भाई you will see probably yeah
नाइन गोलान रिटर्न इन
nine
स्पाल एज वेल.
oh boy that all went so terrible it went so
बट
terrible I'm
But
telling
in De Rossi's defense, Spal got
uh,
relegated after that. I mean, they had
yeah
major issues here. Off field also they had a lot of. बेचारा
Taco
De Rossi को हर
Pina
जगह
was the
off field
winner
issue
man.
वाले मिल रहे हैं.
Yeah. No, but I'll Kolpani by the way almost scored. इसलिए I had a reaction, but a banger he
Oh,
almost scored.
okay.
Yeah. I'll take your leave, Ajay. I'll see you soon. Ciao,
All
ciao,
right, Varun.
guys.
Thanks. Ciao, ciao. 50 minutes on the clock. It's Zeki Celik with Roma's throw in. Dobic has to be a foul there. अरे यार, हमारा फाउल था रेफ. हमारा फाउल था. He gives it to Bologna. It's a clear push on Dobic, which caused him to clatter, with the Bologna player, with Pobega. But the ref did not see the push on Dobic, and it's free kick to Bologna. Dobic is still on the floor though. Probably would need medical attention. Looks in a lot of pain. आ गया medical attention. ये थोड़ा डरावना है because can't afford to have Dobic go out. Claudio Fenucci, CEO of Bologna, in the VIP section. Bologna fans बहुत खुश लग रहे हैं. रोमा के बच्चे not so quite. आप देखोगे if you see a Roma game, you find so many kids who are so passionate about the club, and उनका reaction इन लोग camera guys capture करते हैं. So they get like a whole range of emotion from ecstasy to agony to everything. वहाँ पे आपने सार्टोरी को देखा जो बोलोनिया का स्पोर्टिंग डायरेक्टर है. Sartori was the guy who brought in, talents at Atalanta and then now at Bologna as well. And his contract runs out soon. So, if I were in the Roma management, I would have definitely, put in a word to get Sartori in because he's a good sporting director to have at your club. Action resumes. Bologna with the ball with Orsolini. Good ball here, but the pullback wasn't good enough as Endika clears it. Bologna starting the second half very strongly. Poli, तो तू किसके बारे में बात कर रहा है? State of the club when you river around a player just because he's got 3 lungs. आयुरागढ़ मनु कौन है? Lot of space between. Oh, Eldor Shomurodov. Okay. Okay. See, Shomurodov, in my opinion, is a decent talent, and we've spoken about him. पहले भी also Unfortunately, he was wasted under Mourinho that time. Should have been more of a regular player because जब वो Genoa से आया था, he was quite a menacing talent there. And once again, he's got like that. जो तुझे three lungs वाला बोला, he keeps on pressing high, but he's also good in the air, and he's got a decent shot as well. So years wasted actually in his development, and unfortunately, this season Roma couldn't find him a buyer, which is why he's still with Roma. So this is just absolute ridiculous planning by the management. पहले आप एक player को लेके आए high, I would say quite a high transfer fee, and then you don't play him, you banish him out on loans, and then you know when there's no other option, you bring him. So you basically stall his development, and then now he's your backup center forward. So huge mess with the handling of Eldor Shomorodov. But I like the player, I like the guy. No cohesion between Roma's midfield and attack in the second half. It's advantage Bologna. जैसा जा रहा है, I see Bologna scoring a second goal and killing the game. Sad to say, but it's looking more likely that Bologna will score a second goal. Commentator भी वही अभी बोल रहे, no clear ideas. मैं वही बोल रहा कि no cohesion between midfield and attack. Lot of open spaces in the middle. लैम्पार्ड कहाँ हो, अब मजाक नहीं है, लैम्पार्ड कोवेंट्री सिटी जा रहा है भाई. ऑलमोस्ट सेकंड गोल आया. इवान यूरिच शायद बेंच पे देख रहा है, बट मैं जैसे बोल रहा हूँ जिस तरीके से जा रहा है बोलोनिया का सेकंड गोल आ रहा है. आपने देखा कि द वे दैट फ्रॉयलर एंड कार्लसन वर मेकिंग menace in the box, very easy to break in and get into Roma's half. This is a very मतलब क्या बोलते हैं, it's a very sad watch along है. इस बार कॉर्नर ढंग से डिफेंड किया, बट अगर कोई चेंजेस नहीं होगा in the next few minutes at the hour mark, I don't see Roma coming out of this rut. It's going to be a Bologna win. Zeki Chelek with a throw in. Manu Kone is bundled out, but I think the throw in goes to Bologna. Finally change कर रहे हैं. Shomurodov coming on for Mati Sule. Again, not a very inspiring change because when you're chasing a goal or two, you want Matthias Sule to be on the pitch. But I understand he would want Shomurodov to play alongside Dobbik. So वो एक two striker formation at the top is something that probably Juric is thinking of. And Shomurodov does carry the ball well. He's got pace in him. Three lungs, जो Polito बोल रहा था. So I think that is what probably Juric is trying to do. Players should at least feel for the shot. I feel the lack of motivation itself has gone completely. You're right, Shivam. This has been the case for a few game weeks. You saw the Europa League game also. There was no motivation, especially after Roma conceded a goal. So, दिक्कत है, difficult phase है for the players and the fans as well. Bologna free kick. Something that they worked in a training ground. Did very well. अच्छा set piece था उनका. बस वो final touch they couldn't find. Manu Kone carrying the ball. Cristante thankfully keeping possession. Mancini to Zeki Celik. There's Kone again. ब्यूटीफुल फ्रॉम कोने यार. कोने एक अकेला प्लेयर है जो थोड़ा कुछ इंटेंट दिखा रहा है ये गेम में. यस पिसिल्ली. एल शरावी. कोने इज लिटरली ऑल ओवर द पिच. इसका हीट मैप मेरे को देखना पड़ेगा. एल शरावी turns and is fouled. It's a free kick for Roma. It's a good chance for Roma. Decent play. Once again, Manu Kone. Posh giving away the free kick. Oh, my eyes are flattering to. This is Samuel Dahl who's possibly going to come on. हम लोग अभी सैमुअल डाल के बारे में बात कर रहे थे. He is finally going to come on. But उसके पहले ये free kick है which you have El Sharawi standing over it. Param says Moise Keane scored another goal. Fiorentina take the lead. El Sharawi and Angelino, but this is a right footer's angle. So I'm assuming it's going to be El Sharawi. Can he pull one rabbit out of the hat? El Sharawi. Decent free kick, but it was always going up. Power tha, but there was no precision on that shot. And that should be his last contribution in the game. Samuel Dahl is coming on. Juric giving Dahl his chance on his last match at charge. Looks like it. After Baldanzi is coming on. This is a substitution that should have come a bit earlier, in my opinion. Probably at halftime only. Zeki Celik booed off. Peseli is gone. So El Sharabi mostly right wing back में जाएगा because Samuel Dahl will play in that left hand side. So El Sharabi will move to the right. And of course, Baldanzi will play in that number 10 role where Pesili was playing earlier. Shomurodov pressing high. Endika. Sorry, Manu Kone. El Sharabi on the right, like I mentioned. ये changes ज़रूरी था during half time also. I feel that Juric saw that things weren't working, so he made the changes at the right time. To be fair, because this was needed. जैसे मैंने पहले भी बोला, 60th minute, the hour mark is when you generally decide to change some things if things aren't working. Free kick for Roma. Here's Baldanzi. Decent ball to Dobik. Baldanzi to Sami Dal. The substitutes combining almost immediately there, but eventually give away the ball to Bologna, who look to launch a counter with Orsolini. Here comes Orsolini, and well won by Samuel Dahl. The freshness from the bench definitely helped. Shomurodov switches the play to El Sharawi, who's moved on the right, still coming inside. Shomurodov, decent play. Here's Mancini, a lot of space to put in a good ball. It is a decent ball. It's a header. It's a goal. Yes! Come on, get in. Get in. Shot. El Sharawi. Come on. Come on. El Sharawi. Come on, El Shah. Come on. Get in. Get in. Super play. Shomurodov, Mancini with a good ball in the box. El Sharawi rising the highest. And Skorupski ने अपना पूरा कोशिश किया but couldn't save it. Decent cross by Mancini. El Sharawi rising the highest, scoring with his head, something that he doesn't really do quite often, but he does it, and I love it. The move, the substitutions have worked. Juric, well done. Getting Samuel Dahl, getting Baldanzi, getting Shomurodov on really worked. Dahl brought his fair share of luck. Get in, guys. Get in. Get in. एक और goal आ सकता है बस. This was a response that was needed, and to be fair, Juric showing his willingness to take that chance and bring all these guys on at the hour mark. This should lift Roma. This should really lift Roma a bit. There's Manu Kone. Ah, almost, almost. He does so well, man. That shouldn't be a free kick. Yeah, Bologna players are appealing, but the way that he glides past now is sight to behold. Yaar. Sahi player है Manu Kone. This time losing out, but Dahl does well once again. Samuel Dahl. And is Samuel Dahl with the cut back to Baldanzi, who can square it to Shomurodov, but takes a bit of time. Here's El Sharawi, chips it into the box, but that wasn't a cross, neither a pass. Oof, Lukumi with a header back to Skorupski. But Roma looking good. Finally waking up. Baldanzi का जो willingness है to carry the ball definitely helps. Good play from Castro. Orsolini one-on-one versus Angelino. अरे यार क्या बैड लक है यार. Absolute terrible luck. Terrible luck. Orsolini with a goal. कुछ नहीं कर सकते इसका. Absolute bad luck. Can't do anything. One on one था against Angelino. He cut back. आपको पता है कि वो ही करने वाला था. वो लेफ्ट फुट में आके शॉट लेने वाला था. But it hit Angelino and just deflected past Wheeler. The ball looped over him. Castro switching it to Orsolini. Probably VR देखना चाहिए. Was Orsolini onside? But this is just extremely bad luck, man. Both goals absolute luck for them. एक तो poor defending था, but इसमें I wouldn't blame the defending per se. So as Param says, huge deflection on that, and the ball looping over Swilar. Ajay Bhai's mood same as people before and after a Taco Bell. That's true. हाँ यार शिवम, it is bad luck, but this is it's pathetic. I mean, it doesn't go your way. The Sule shot जो crossbar पे लगा, should have come down, but it didn't. And ऐसा एक shot है from Orsolini, which to be fair, Angelino did well, but it deflected past Swilar. Swilar couldn't do anything about it. 2-1 down now. Baldanzi does well. Still Baldanzi on the ball. Hands it over to Cristante. Here's El Sharawi. El Sharawi does very well. That should be yellow. It should be a yellow for one Miranda. एक रेड कार्ड आ रहा है मेरे हिसाब से बोलोनिया के लिए, because the way that they've been overcommitting and they've been kind of um, you know doing these cynical fouls, probably a second yellow card and a red should be on the cards because Roma would be wanting to attack them. It's a free kick from a good area, especially when you have the likes of Shomurodov, Dovbek, Mancini, Endika, who are good aerially. मांचीनी ने हेडर मारा था मिडवीक में यूरोप में. Just need a good ball into the box. El Sharawi taking the free kick. Roma need to fight. There's unfortunately it is the situation demands a fight. It is El Sharawi with a free kick. Decent free kick, but thoda sa weight zyada tha. The ball went past everybody. Shomurodov keeps the ball in, does well. Samuel Dahl chips it to Manu Kone, returns it to Dahl. Ball in the box. Baldanzi. Baldanzi with a shot that is deflected. Another corner. Param with. No, yeah, I think this was sheer bad luck. I don't think so. The players actually looked like they wanted to go and get the second goal, but unfortunately, इसमें कुछ can't do anything of conceding goals like this. Angelino to take a free kick, to take a corner, so it's going to be an outswinger. It's a good chance. Save from Skorupski. Sahi chance, a good ball. Endika got himself free, and the shot was directly at Skorupski. And to be fair, Skorupski did well. 3-1 उल्टा हो रहा है. That should not be a foul. Cristante does well, to be fair. Mancini thumps it long to Dobic. Dobic brings it down. थोड़ा सा luck था उसमें. Switches play to Samuel Dahl. Dahl goes back to Angelino. Here's Manu Kone, who's been literally all over the pitch for Roma. Dahl again. Patient build up from Roma. Angelino has got some space to whip in across, but fails once again. Manu Kone has gone down worryingly. Gets up though. Counter from Bologna as Roma look to fall back and defend this threat from Bologna. Switching to Orsolini. Nahi yaar, this is again, I can't believe this. Has to be a handball. This is just ridiculous. Nahi, I think this will be checked because the ball just pinballed in the Roma half. ये तो सच में कुछ श्राप लगा ऐसा लग रहा है जैसे रोमा गोल कंसीड कर रही है ना. एब्सोल्यूट श्राप है अगर ये गोल एक्चुअली अगर ये गोल इफ इट स्टैंड्स इट्स गोइंग टू बी अ श्राप. देखते क्या होता है. डालिंगा का शायद शायद हैंड हो सकता है बट दिख नहीं रहा है यहाँ से ये एंगल से. बट वो बेसिकली खाली गोल पे उसने आई थिंक द गोल विल स्टैंड बिकॉज हिज हैंड वाज क्लोज टू द बॉडी. लेट्स सी. क्लियर कट दिखाई नहीं दे रहा. VAR has ruled it out, but thankfully, PR has ruled it out. VR has ruled it out. थोड़ी अर्जेंसी दिख रही है पोस्ट सब्स्टिट्यूशंस. our team Milan unpredictable and Roma who always play. Roma are also unpredictable, Rahul. It's Roma and Milan have the same disease, but Roma have more of the shrap than Milan at this point of time. Throw in for Roma, El Sharawi. Two balls on the pitch. Roma corner though. Weirdly, two balls on the pitch. Shomurodov एक बॉल को kind of avoid किया, but it's a corner though. Can't deny that. Outswinger from El Sharawi. Skorupski having a few words with the ref. Yeah, it's a clear handball. Thankfully, कॉर्नर तो वेस्ट हो गया जैसा लग रहा है. Here's Angelino. That should be another corner for Roma. Angelino. Chance and Mancini just balloons it. Easy save for Skorupski. Thoda Mancini went a bit too soon, to be honest, and the ball ballooned up to Skorupski. Bologna taking their time for a throw in. And Dika clears it away. 15 minutes to go, guys. Probably the last 15 minutes where these players need to respond to Juric. Oh, very easy, and that is three. Game over. Finished. Game over. Game over, season over. वो बोलते हैं ना कि when it goes wrong for you, it everything that you try to do, कुछ कुछ भी सही नहीं होता है, वैसे ही हो रहा है. Extremely sad state of affairs, but 3-1 down on the night. Poor Juric, that's about it. Italiano has turned it around for them. Yeah, last few games, apart from that Monaco game, I think Serie में तो he's turned it around. हाँ राहुल, यूरिच का तो वैसे भी सैक होने ही वाला है बिकॉज फ्रीडकिंस इसलिए आ रहा है. ये तो मतलब दिस वाज द राइटिंग ऑन द वॉल, बट Yes, Param, I think they should all resign. Let me see if I can put in a word. I might really consider, applying for a job. Exactly. They should really focus on Everton, sell the club, move on. It's not been the same. It's not been the same this season. उनका प्रायोरिटी नहीं रहा है. एंड अगर आप कोई टीम के ओनर हो, सो यू नीड टू प्रायोरिटाइज योर क्लब. अच्छा, ऑर्सलिन ऑन साइड था. इट वाज वेरी क्लोज, हाँ, बट ऑन साइड करेक्ट डिसीजन. एंजेलिनो था सेकंड गोल पे. आर्मी. कैल्चो चर्चा विल टेक ओवर ना. कैल्चो चर्चा विल टेक ओवर रोमा. लेट्स टेक ओवर एट रोमा. मेरे तो सारे बाल सफेद हो जाएंगे, मतलब जितने भी थोड़े बाकी है काले बाल, सब सफेद हो जाएंगे. बट इफ दैट कैन टर्न द फॉर्च्यून्स ऑफ माय क्लब, नथिंग लाइक इट. Brian Cristante with his hands on the hip. Leo Paredes coming on for Manu Kone, who's obviously he's hobbling off, and I can't really blame Manu Kone, man. He really did well. The only Roma midfielder who looked like he gave a damn. DDR वापस आ जाओ भाई साहब. अगर ये तो मैं चाहता हूं तो चाहूंगा, बट ये नहीं होगा. Cristante becomes a new owner of Roma. Imagine. For that, he needs to invest in Matteo Flamini's company and become a billionaire. Kudos to Kone, man. He's actually ran his socks off. जो हम अंग्रेजी में बोलते हैं ना, running his socks off. That's what he did today for Roma, but not good enough on the night collectively. As Brian Cristante gives the ball away cheaply. लीना सलूकू का जॉब खाली है. Yes. Shomurodov to El Sharawi. El Sharawi with another goal. Come on, get in, get in. Boys, do we see a turnaround? 2-3 down. Come on, come on, come on, come on. At least Juric deserves this much, man. Just show it that you have, the balls in you to give something to the fans. Just dikhao. Good strike by El Sharawi. पर अब तूने पहले लिख दिया, तू वापस आगे है स्ट्रीम में. ग्रेट स्ट्राइक. There is hope because the opponent is Italiano. This would be classic Italiano if Roma managed to get something from here. But yeah, man. I mean, the players need to show some cojones because that's the least the fans deserve. They deserve something. El Sharawi, देखो इसीलिए El Sharawi है. He's not disliked by the Roma faithful because that's what he does time and again. Can't doubt his commitment. And finally, you see one of the old guard from Roma trying to get them back into the game. Bologna will now try to slow down the game. Param is like Fiorentina Hellas is getting physical. Change the owners. Referee giving a late free kick to Bologna. Ah, this is what Bologna have been doing from the onset. Um, they're making the most of it. AH Mohammad Abid Hussain भाई आ गए. लियो मेसी गोट. Casale is coming on for Orsolini. रोमा विल विन. भाई आपके मुंह में घी शक्कर अगर हो गए ऐसे. Casale Italiano arguing on the sidelines. Typical Italiano. Ball launch forward. Shomurodov. Dobik keeps possession. Lays it off to Samuel Dahl. Decent burst by Dahl. That should be a foul on him. It is. Nah, come on, come on. Gives a goal kick to Bologna. Just overran it, Samuel Dahl. But at least thoda sa intent from Roma as we look at the highlight of the goal. यहाँ पे आपको ऑफसाइड ट्रैप दिखाने की जरूरत नहीं है, बट Serie is just showing off that we have semi automated VAR. बिल्कुल शो ऑफ है फ्रॉम Serie, बट कोई Serie देखता नहीं तो किसी को पता ही नहीं है कि सेमी ऑटोमेटेड VAR है Serie में. Sadly, Angelino launches it to Dobik. It's Dobik and Casale almost concedes the corner, but Roma get a throw in. फुटबॉल में अपडेट हुआ है भाई स्कोर लाइन. मेरे को तो दिखाई दे रहा है. आई कैन सी इट. Yeah, Param, you're right, man. Samuel Dahl finally getting a chance. We were just talking about him, right, during halftime, and he came on to everyone's surprise. I think Juric was watching our stream. He heard us, or one of his assistants heard us, and he got Samuel Dahl on. That should be a foul somewhere. Should be Roma's ball. As Carlson and Mancini are going at it. A bit of frustration. But that's how Mancini plays. He does play dirty. Very old school way of, defending. Takes the yellow, which is completely fine. ये अच्छी बात है. I think this is what Kostov can also do. This will be good. No, I know. We should do this with Kostov. Kostov should find Juric's agency and we should do like a video recording with them. मजा आएगा. सनसनाती खबर inside Roma's management. Last 5 minutes, I think at the most Roma can find an equalizer, but nothing more than that. Samuel Dahl just a bit slow on the ball. Obviously, he's got no match sharpness whatsoever. महीनों के बाद उसने अपना पहला कॉम्पिटिटिव गेम खेला है. So he was late on the ball, conceding a free kick to Bologna. 3 minutes to go and stoppage time remaining before the last game of the international break. Before the international break, I feel कि एक और चांस है रोमा के लिए एक गोल मारने के लिए एटलीस्ट. And Bologna will sit back, absorb pressure, and try to break on the counter. Brian Cristante somehow wins the ball here. Shomurodov, this is a chance. Shomurodov. Dobik misses it. Good chance for Roma. Good chance for Roma. Paredes switching play to Mancini. Goes out wide to El Sharawi. Bit of intent from Roma. Mancini again. Here's Endika. Angelino. As you can see, Bologna defending with all 10 outfield players behind the ball. As Roma try to find a way to score an equalizer at least. Last few minutes before we get into stoppage time. Yes, Cristante. fails to find the ball, and in the process fouls. But I think referee plays advantage, and Freuler loses the ball. Roma is giving dispression. एकदम dispression है भाई. We will get Juric on Calcio Churcha. Yeah, yeah. Let's make this happen, man. Let's make this happen. Oh, wait, wait. We have Yogesh in the house. Yogesh is in the house. क्या
Hey
बात
guys,
कर रहे हो? ये कहाँ से प्रकट हुए YDL? परम आजा. We have YDL in the house. He's wearing a Roma. He's supporting Roma today. But yeah, तू देख रहा है गेम देख रहा है?
yes, मैं follow along कर रहा था.
Yeah. Last minute of normal time plus stoppages. Roma trying to find a equalizer.
हम्म.
Very comical goals. Comical नहीं बोलूंगा, थोड़ा bad luck था थोड़ा. So fight is still there. At least you see El Sharawi fighting from the front. Bit of freshness from Shomorodov, who's on. But Bologna closing the game out very well.
Yeah,
Param, तू भी आजा भाई. We need an Inter Napoli, final battle before you guys play tonight. 6 minutes of added time, by the way.
wow. Fiorentina are doing really well, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So Param has been watching Fiorentina Hellas Verona.
Mm-hmm.
Skorupski with free kick deep into Roma's half. Endika heads it on. El Sharawi. Roma need to launch it forward. Baldanzi winning the free kick. Quick free kick taken by Baldanzi. Samuel Dahl. Oof. That's a very naive fall from Endika यार. बहुत ही बेकार fall था. Dalinga had no way to go. योगेश बराबर मोइजा केन मस्त खेल रहा है आज. YDL and ADL on Calcio Churcha. Costume has the email. Juric on Calcio Churcha. Let's go. 6 minutes, 2 goal possible. No chance, bro. एक equalizer ही unfortunately एक possible है. वो भी अभी Bologna are managing the game very well now. Lukumi slips, but and concedes. No, no, no. Ball still in play. Yep. Bologna managing this game very well, closing it out very well. Already 3 minute हो चुके हैं stoppage time का.
Ooh.
Dalinga with a lot of chance but misses it. Lot of space.
Yeah.
That would have been, game set match. लॉन्च कर यार, लॉन्च कर. परम तू आजा भाई, तू यहाँ पे क्वेश्चन मत पूछ, तू आके पूछ. कम बैक ऑन द स्ट्रीम. मोइजा कीन ने गोल मारा. 3-1.
Keane scored again.
Yeah,
Hat
कीन स्कोर
trick.
अगेन. गेस्ट है, मैच देख रहे हैं साइड में। हाँ तो 5 मिनट के लिए आ जा, तो उनको बोल कि YDL प्रकट हुए, बहुत रेयर YDL स्ट्रीम्स पे आते हैं वॉच अलोंग के, तो ही इज कम, सो 5 मिनट्स के लिए आ जा, आफ्टर द गेम फिनिशेस देन वी विल क्लोज द स्ट्रीम। द वे बोलोनिया आर क्लोजिंग द गेम, ऐसा लग रहा है कि दे विल टेक द विन एंड गो, द बॉल स्टिल विद देम। एल शरावी विंस इट, ball has to be cleared यार, unfortunately ब्रायन क्रिस्टांटे कर रहा है what he should have just put it, thumped it ahead यार, simple, ये MDFA फुटबॉल में हम जो खेलते हैं ना वैसा खेलना चाहिए था। We got YDL return before GTA 6. Mancini, that's a foul. El Sharawi gets. So this has been happening since minute one, Yogesh. ये Bologna players have been making the most of it. तो ये तो होना ही था। परम in the house.
2 मिनट के लिए हो भाई। ऐसा ही हो गया।
बस बस बढ़िया।
रेडी फॉर द गेम।
ऑल सेट फॉर द मैच।
या मजा तो आएगा यार। योगेश फ्रीज हो गया पूरा, ऐसा लग रहा है।
नहीं ये इसको मैं बदल दूंगा, जस्ट 1 मिनट में जस्ट चेंज द फॉर्मेट। बट परम ये अपन ये बोल रहे हैं कि बोलोना प्लेयर्स हैव मेड द मोस्ट ऑफ इट। यहाँ पे भी अगर तू देखेगा कि देयर वाज नो हाई बूट बाय एल शरावी, बट मिरांडा मेकिंग द मोस्ट ऑफ इट एंड गोइंग डाउन एंड द स्कफल ब्रेकिंग इन, एल शरावी गेट्स बुक्ड फॉर हिज रिएक्शन ऑब्वियसली।
clean एकदम ट्रांसफॉर्म हो गया। He just physically bullied Belayane and scored the third goal. मतलब योगेश, फियोरेंटीना अभी थर्ड प्लेस पे, अपने जितना पॉइंट्स है तेरे नापोली जितना, और हम हमसे एक ज्यादा, क्योंकि वी आर ऑब्वियसली एट टू प्ले। देख यार, ये सब टीम्स होप कर रही है मैच ड्रॉ हो जाए, ये लोग को मजे है फिर तो। क्योंकि अपने पहले योगेश लाजियो भी खेल रहा है अभी, दे विल, आई एम अज्यूमिंग दे विल बीट मोंजा, राइट? सो दे विल आल्सो हैव 25 पॉइंट्स, व्हिच मींस एज मच एज यू वन मोर देन अस। सोच
फुल
भाई,
टाइम
एक फुल टाइम हो गया। आई फील फॉर यू।
यूरिच जस्ट वॉक्स ऑफ।
Yeah. मैं बोल रहा हूँ, कॉस्टुम ने बोला his agent is Beppe Riso, the famous, उसके एजेंसी का ईमेल है। क्या बोलते हैं योगेश, लाते इसको कैल्चियो चर्चा पे राइट करने फ्रीडकिंस के अगेंस्ट।
सरिया बहुत कॉम्पिटिटिव है इस बार।
अरे मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ, तू शेड्यूल को देख, मैं वही बोल रहा हूँ इस टाइम, इवन इफ इन द एंड द टेबल बिकम्स अ नॉर्मल थिंग, इस टाइम जो कंपेटिटिवनेस से ज्यादा ड्रैग हो गया, अगर तू नोटिस किया तो इतना कभी लंबा चलता नहीं है, मतलब अनप्रेडिक्टेबिलिटी।
ये आप फिर सही बोल रहे हैं, आउटराइट टॉर्चरिंग ऑफ द हाईएस्ट ऑर्डर दिस वाज। दिस इज योगेश, ये दिस इज व्हाट यू फेल्ट आफ्टर द नापोली स्कूडेटो लास्ट सीजन, राइट? द वे, जस्ट अ सेकंड गाइस, एक वीडियो कॉल आ रहा है, एक सेकंड, आई विल जस्ट बी बैक।
हां श्योर, पर मैं तो कमेंट्स देख नहीं पा रहा हूं यार, 1 मिनट। अजय विल टेक इट, पर योगेश क्या बोलता है? एक्साइटेड ना फॉर द गेम?
या very much excited. Just that the time is very bad here. Like ये Serie guys, they don't respect our time zones, man.
मैं वही बोल रहा था कि आई फील, तू देखेगा कि नहीं मैच?
देखूंगा।
मैं वही बोल रहा था कि अपना गेम अगर साउथ देख, मोंजा लाजियो ना 10:30 को है। I felt if they could have pushed that kickoff time to 11:15 and had Inter Napoli then and Monza Lazio at 1:15, it would have made, actually अपन watch along कर पाते उस गेम का फिर, तू और मैं एटलीस्ट, because 1:15 को watch along is very tiring, मतलब वो एनर्जी नहीं रहती है। अपन दोनों का भी ऑफिस रहेगा अगले दिन तो।
Yes.
तू कौन सा देखा? रोमा देखा कि फियोरेंटीना देखा?
मैं स्विच कर रहा था, दोनों देख रहा हूं।
अरे फियोरेंटीना अभी तो भाई ये सब टीम, वही तू बराबर बोला, अनप्रेडिक्टेबल है, क्योंकि कोई भी प्रॉब्लम दे सकता है कोई भी पॉइंट पे अभी। दिस इज व्हाट इट इज कमिंग डाउन टू। अभी देख तू योगेश, बोलोनिया भी उड़ गया।
बोलोनिया सडनली उड़ गया साला, सडनली वोकन अप। जब से हम लोग ने बोला कि वील मेक अ वीडियो इन इटालियनो, तब से ही इज टर्न्ड इट अराउंड।
एक्चुअली योगेश वही प्लान था कि रिकॉर्डिंग बनाएंगे कि व्हाट हैज गॉन रॉन्ग एट बोलोनिया, तब से साला लीग में पॉइंट्स आने चालू कर दिए, अभी वो भी नहीं बना सकते।
या
इटालियनो ने इतना अपना क्रिटिसिज्म पर्सनली ले लिया कि ही किल्ड ऑफ एन एंटायर वीडियो आइडिया ओनली, बोला मैं सब्सक्राइबर्स आने ही नहीं दूंगा।
Yeah. That is, but this is what it is like. I was just on this point. Ki it was very. Thoda sa fight to दिखा है, no doubt. But look at the goals also that Roma conceded, man. Just so fucking annoying. Especially that Orsolini goal. What can you do about it? It's just sheer bad luck. Huge deflection
I
of
agree.
Angelino.
I agree.
Uh,
योगेश
tough times.
क्या बोलते हैं? Who do you तेरा एक मिनट देना मुझे, योगेश को पूछ लो एक मिनट।
हाँ बोलो ना यार।
क्या लगता है इंटर नापोली?
I want to win यार। अभी सब टीम्स 25 पॉइंट्स में अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है। I want a result in that match. Either we win or either we lose.
वही आई एग्री एक्चुअली। दोनों पे भी आई डोंट थिंक दोनों टीम्स टेबल देख रहे होंगे ऐसा, बट प्रेशर फैंस पे तो बढ़ ही जाता है, स्पेशली बिकॉज साला सब लोग अपने पहले खेल रहे हैं और जो लेवल आना चाहता था सब लेवल आ गए। लाजियो भी मोस्टली आ ही जाएगा।
Monza Lazio में I am expecting an upset, by the way. For the love of God, I want an upset.
नहीं, आई डू थिंक मोन्जा कैन डिफेंड, पर मुझे लग रहा है लाजियो का अटैक तोड़ देगा इनको। क्योंकि देख योगेश, मैं टेबल देख रहा हूँ, नापोली 25, अटलांटा 25। अटलांटा गॉट वेरी लकी योगेश भाई, मतलब अच्छा खेला, बट एक्चुअली आइजैक खाई ने ना, उसका हैंडबॉल था बॉक्स में, रेफरी ने दिया नहीं, एकदम क्लियर हैंडबॉल था, तो दे गॉट वेरी लकी। बट नापोली, अटलांटा, फ्योरेंटीना टॉप 3 at 25, इंटर at 24, यूवे at 24, लाजियो 22, मिलान 18, बोलोनिया 18, उडिनेजे 16 और एम्पोली 15।
Bologna also have a game in hand, ना?
नहीं, हाँ, वो मिलान और बोलोनिया दोनों का एक अगेंस्ट ईच अदर ना, दोनों सेम पॉइंट्स पे बैठे। और रोमा 12th। क्या ही बोलूं भाई, ये बहुत बहुत अजीब सीजन है ये, कंपेटिटिव जैसे तूने बोला। फाइनल प्रेडिक्शन दे यार।
10 games, like more than 10 games हो गए हैं, अभी भी इतना like there's not much.
मैं वही तो बोल रहा हूँ, इतना कभी ड्रैग नहीं होता, मतलब एटलीस्ट कंपेटिटिवनेस रहता तो गैप से रहती, इधर तो गैप ही नहीं है 12 गेम वीक के बाद। एंड ठीक है, मिलान का चल तो अगर 3 पॉइंट डाल देता है, अज्यूमिंग दे विन अगेंस्ट बोलोनिया, बट दैट इज आल्सो यू डोंट नो बिकॉज बोलोनिया फॉर्म पकड़ रहा है, तो मिलान 21 पे आ जाता है फिर अगर तू, या फिर बोलोनिया का डालता है तो बोलोनिया 21 पे आ जाती है।
Yogesh Bhaiya is looking like his chemistry teacher Vikes का, and तेरे को परम काफी लोग ने फिजिक्स वाला करके बोला है, तो अपन अपना खुद का कैल्चो चर्चा एंट्रेंस सेंटर खोल सकते हैं अपन। मैं बायोलॉजी सिखा सकता हूँ because I have done biotechnology.
Yeah, I'll just be back one sec.
Oh man, very very tough game यार, very tough game to see, very tough times for Roma fans. But क्या लगता है योगेश, Juric तो is gone. Who do you think is going to become the next Roma manager?
मानसिनी का रूमर्स चालू है, देखते हैं। I think that would be a good fit as well.
Okay, but do you think because Mancini काफी टाइम से कोई क्लब को कोच नहीं किया हुआ है, and उसका last job also with Saudi ended up in flames, and he's coming to he knows Rome, of course, that's another issue because he's ex Laziale, तो वो एक issue है कि उसका Lazio past है, and दूसरा Mancini का वैसे भी काफी issues होता है, even with Man City you saw eventually he was clashing, Galatasaray में you saw, तो he's a very fiery character, very fiery character, and रोमा में वैसे भी कुछ कम issues नहीं है, so do you think Mancini can actually turn it around?
थोड़ा सा लाइक वो मिल सकता है कि न्यू कोच का रेजिम चेंज होता है, देन द बूस्ट दैट यू गेट, दैट कुड बी गुड फॉर रोमा एट दिस पॉइंट ऑन टाइम, बट गोइंग फॉरवर्ड विद इन अ सीजन और टू it's difficult to see how Mancini evolves this team.
Right. वो तो है यार, बट और कौन सा मैनेजर है? Do you feel that you have Maurizio Sarri, you have Edin Terzic linked, Lampard तो नहीं आने वाला है, Max Allegri, what do you feel about Max Allegri, man?
I don't want Allegri ball in Serie यार।
ऐसा मत बोल यार, come on. Unfortunately ये IFTV वालों ने बहुत उसका नाम खराब करके रखा हुआ है, he is not that bad a coach as well. I understand कि maybe his tactics are outdated in 2024 slightly, but he's not that bad यार।
कौन?
Allegri?
Allegri?
Yeah.
नहीं, मैं योगेश से थोड़ा अग्री करता हूँ बिकॉज आई डोंट थिंक इज दैट बैड. बट एक तो आप योगेश तू सोच भाई, ये लोग के पेरोल पे 3 कोच होंगे. आई नो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट टर्मिनेट होता है बट टेक्निकली फुल टर्मिनेशन नहीं होता, राइट? सो पेरोल पे 3
Correct.
कोच, यू विल हैव टू टेक अ मैसिव पे कट एंड देन इट विल कम टू अ पॉइंट वेयर इन अलेग्री का वो पॉइंट आ चुका है ना योगेश, जैसे तो बोला कि एक पॉइंट पे इट गेट्स स्टेल, देन व्हाट, वेयर इज द प्लान?
Yeah.
एंड
Yeah.
he will not use all the youth players Ajay bhai unless his hand is forced. अभी भी थोड़ा he must have learned, ठीक है, but he will not let Dal play, he will not let Pizzili play, ये सब नहीं. वो क्रिस्टांटे को हर जगह खिलाएगा योगेश, स्ट्राइकर, सेंटर बैक, लेफ्ट विंग बैक.
Paulo Dybala right wing back.
वो भाई मजा आएगा. बट आई मे बी मैनेज, क्योंकि अलेग्री का एक तो है योगेश, पर उसकी आदत है कि वो स्क्वीज करके निकालता है. बट आई डोंट नो इफ ही इज द राइट गाय. आई थिंक मंचीनी आएगा. आई हैव माय डाउट्स, वी शुड डिस्कस इट ऑन अनदर एपिसोड योगेश. मतलब जो भी है सब लोग का ओपिनियन लेना चाहिए पैनल पे, योगेश, डीजे
Yeah,
सबका.
yeah,
आई बढ़िया, आई डोंट नो यार. रोमा इज, योगेश क्या बोलता है? इट्स लाइक क्या इमेजिन किया था जब ये लोग स्क्वाड बना रहे थे ना योगेश, सब लोग बोल रहे थे, मतलब राइटली सो. बट यो अजय भाई ने
Rightly
बोला
so,
था इट्स नॉट, and it's not FIFA. At the end of the day, the dynamics have to go your way. और जो नापोली के बारे में लोग बोल रहे थे वो रोमा को हो गया है. Everybody wanted to see Napoli implode, right?
Yeah.
Conte, ADL, and ये सब अभी रोमा पे हो रहा है. It's quite something यार. मतलब बुरा लगता है अजय भाई कि इधर.
And बुरा लगता है not about Napoli, बुरा लगता है कि Lazio on the, we also predicted this, that either it will go very well for them or it will blow up. So far it has been the former for them. So as a Romanista, it pains to see me that, you know, they're doing well. Like historically, Lazio have been shit in Europe, you know, and we have been excellent for the last 5-6 years. Abhi ulta ho gaya. That, you know, they are actually
That's number one in the Europa League table, ना?
अरे 4-on-4 wins, bro. योगेश उनका तो सील्ड है ऑलमोस्ट.
Yeah.
पर डिफरेंस देख ना योगेश, जैसे अजय ने बोला, दे हैव अ मच काल्मर फिगर इन कोचिंग जो रोमा में होना चाहिए था. तब दे हैव बरोनी जो कुछ टेंशन नहीं करता है, रोटेट. वो उसका तो ही इज बिकम फेमस फॉर रोटेटिंग प्लेयर्स ऑलमोस्ट एवरी गेम डे अजय भाई. मतलब वो हर एक प्लेयर से निकाल रहा है परफॉर्मेंस. मार्टेस वेसिनो जैसे एवरेज प्लेयर से वो डिसेंट परफॉर्मेंसेस निकलवा रहे. सो तो डिफरेंस है योगेश, मतलब
against European opposition, against European, it's not like Serie में only, but even in Europe he's been big. And you know, like, to be honest, these Lazio wanted Lotito out, right, at the start of the season. They wanted Lotito. Look, protest कर रहे थे, and the Roma fans were happy with the Friedkins because till then कुछ हुआ नहीं था. अब पूरा उल्टा हो गया है. मतलब तू सोच ना, just in a matter of few months.
योगेश क्या बोलता है, लोटीटो और फ्रीडकिन स्वैप डील. मजा आएगा भाई, मजा आएगा.
एवर्टन ही जाने दो यार. Evertonians do not know what they have in store for them.
पर will you guys be watching the Lazio game? Because I am asking this why, because ये Lazio team मैं देख रहा हूँ, I've been watching and they're actually, I know अजय rival है ये सब, but they're actually exciting to watch and it's not like time pass. मतलब dangerous लगते हैं पिच पे ये लोग. They're actually मतलब building something. Castellanos ये वो बुला ही दिया. मतलब will you guys be at least tuning in some of the game or something?
मैं तो हेट वॉच तो करने वाला हूँ, बिकॉज अब तो और मेरे को अंदर से हेट वॉच करने का मेरे को, you know, वो आग आ रहा है बाहर, तो वो तो हेट वॉच तो करने वाला हूँ. थोड़ा चेल्सी इवन आई हैव टू गो आउट फॉर डिनर, तो शायद मैं मोबाइल you know, just tuning into both the games, Chelsea Arsenal as well as Monza Lazio. So unfortunately it is sad, you know, the result is almost done, you know. So yeah, I guess that's about it. Any closing thoughts from either one of you?
Closing thoughts Roma के end से बोलूंगा before Yogesh goes on.
I like this what Ajay has said. Take win.
क्या
बस एक win. अरे क्योंकि आज देख मैं you know, when there is match day, I always put up one exciting song. तो आज मैंने डाला बस एक पल का, you know, तेरे बिन. आजकल वो मैच डे पे मैं आतिफ असलम का प्लेलिस्ट बाहर निकाल रहा हूँ, क्योंकि
समझा.
वो ना दुख दर्द डिस्प्रेशन. आपको डिस्प्रेशन है, हमको डिस्प्रेशन है. तुमको पता नहीं, हमको है. But anyway, Param, you were saying final
closing thoughts on Roma, that the mess gets worse and worse. I feel bad for Roma fans. I feel bad for Juric also because वो तो scapegoat ही बन गया. I mean, then obviously you feel bad for DDR by default. And I feel owners को तो मतलब Friedkins are nowhere to be seen physically. तो if they come to Rome, पता नहीं क्या हो जाएगा उनको.
Exactly.
योगेश मतलब
Exactly.
वो लोग आ ही नहीं सकते रोम में.
So,
उनकी तो
Param,
बैंड ही बच
that is
जाएगी.
also a very interesting thing. So they were supposed to fly in on this weekend at the
Yeah.
Ciampino airport, which is a public airport, and they decided that they will not come this weekend. So now
Yeah.
no one knows when they're coming, and most likely
They
they will
won't
land
come.
in a private airspace.
या बट कम करके भी वो लोग किधर से उनका लोकेशन कैसे ना कैसे तो मैं तो बोलता हूँ लीक हो भी जाएगा आई फील एंड दैट्स द थिंग लाइक आई मीन हायर करोगे इट्स ऑल नाउ अबाउट हु यू विल हायर दैट विल बी द टॉक एंड
Yeah.
लग रहा है मंचीनी एंड आई डोंट नो योगेश तेरे को क्या लगता है व्हाट आर योर थॉट्स ऑन रोमा यार मतलब क्या लगता है
थोड़ा सा फ्यूचर तो ब्लीक लग रहा है रोमा का. आई एम सीरियसली डाउटिंग कि if they'll be able to get into European places this season,
या
यार.
या
Very,
Because how
very
other teams are performing quite well.
Napoli. And by the way, guess which game is after the international break?
वही रुका हुआ है
Napoli,
वही
Roma.
रुका हुआ है
It is Napoli
भाई
Roma.
उसके लिए तो आई विश यू वर इन बॉम्बे यार क्योंकि स्पेशल रिकॉर्डिंग करना था मुझे बट वी
तू आ
डू
रहे
लाइक
क्या
अ
Bombay में?
हां नहीं
Is
नहीं
he coming?
योगेश
Because
नहीं है ना
नहीं but
योगेश
he said कि बीच में आएगा. He's end of the month आने वाला था वो.
अच्छा
नहीं
आएगा
ये
तो
नवंबर ये वीकेंड पे नहीं रहूंगा मैं. I'll probably
अबे
come
ये
sometime during the New Year. Yeah.
अच्छा न्यू ईयर भी
बट
आएगा डायरेक्ट.
we
Yeah,
will make it a special preview थोड़ा क्विज विज कुछ डाल देंगे बैंटर डाल देंगे उसमें बिकॉज राइवलरी तो है रोमा नापोली की एंड नाउ तो पूरा टेबल स्टर
yeah.
है अभी पर योगेश तेरे थॉट्स बता तेरे को लग रहा है ब्लीक लग रहा है बट व्हाट डू यू थिंक शुड हैपन नेक्स्ट रोमा के साथ
रोमा के साथ में honestly like I would say like मानसिनी एक option है, but if they could get Sari then I believe that would be a much better choice because Sari can instill that footballing wisdom that he has. But उसका Lazio का history है and Sari comes with his own takes, तो
या
थोड़ा डाइसी लग रहा है.
देख
कोच
मैंने
कोचिंग सिचुएशन काफी डाउटफुल है रोमा की अभी, like so I'm seeing the future as up in the air right now.
योगेश मैंने ये मेरे एक वीडियो में बोला कि द सारी लाजियो पास इज डिफरेंट टू मांचिनी लाजियो पास. लाइक सारी वाज जस्ट एज अ एम्प्लॉय बट मांचिनी वाज लाजियो थ्रू एंड थ्रू. Like, you know, he was a proper Laziale. Sari, meanwhile, was just an employee of the club.
ट्रू
तो वो एक अंतर है दोनों दोनों इसमें. So
Yeah.
the way that I look at it, the Friedkins first have to come to Rome and then need to kind of get the house in order. उसके बाद में ही आप कोचिंग अपॉइंटमेंट का देखोगे because they have not decided a coach. इतना तो गारंटी से मैं बोल सकता हूँ कि they have not decided कि who's going to be the next coach.
एक अच्छी न्यूज है योगेश रोमा के लिए कि फ्रैंक लैम्पार्ड तो कोच नहीं बनेगा क्योंकि वो रूमर्स आ रहे थे अपेरेंटली वो जाएगा कोवेंट्री सिटी बट सोच योगेश अगर फ्रैंक लैम्पार्ड कोच बनता तो पक्का मैं लिख के देता हूँ दे वुड हैव फिनिश 16th या 17th या ऐसा कुछ पक्का लिख के लेता हूँ
that is just stupid media rumors man. You know how it is Param. वो एक मीडिया एक खबर लेके उसको इतना out of proportion ये कर देती है ना. It's just
Yeah,
messed up,
that's
man.
true. That's true. That's true.
It's
But
messed
yeah,
up. But guys,
your predictions
before
on
we
Monza, Lazio before we
देख,
close. And
मैं hate watching के इसमें ही बोलूंगा. I hope that Monza just pull out. It'll be a close game, in my opinion. I don't think so Lazio will have it easy because Monza generally turn up against the bigger sides. So you saw it Param against Inter. They played well against Roma.
yeah,
And Milan के against, so they should have won. I don't know how they didn't end up winning that game.
वो तो गोल उनका
So
कैंसिल हो गया था रॉन्गली भी. हाँ.
हाँ,
और नापोली के
so
अगेंस्ट भी I mean खराब परफॉर्मेंस नहीं था but Napoli was just too good for them. I mean I
yeah,
remember the game.
yeah. So
But yeah.
so Monza at home are difficult to beat, no doubt, and Lazio obviously have had the European adventure also. So I am going with a very biased opinion. I just hope Monza find a way to win 2-1 on the night. But I don't know how far the hate watch along will come true. But what
Funny
do you
चीज
think,
ये है
guys?
ना योगेश funny चीज ये है if Monza win they'll actually be closer to Roma. So should Ajay hope for a Monza win? तेरा क्या prediction है?
I'm expecting Lazio to win here. Like they are having a really positive movement, and
Yeah.
Europe में भी काफी अच्छा नाम कर रहे हैं सरिया का. So I would go and say कि I am expecting them to win this game. They should be able to do it.
Same. I
तेरे
agree.
हिसाब से?
Actually, funny चीज है ना योगेश जिस फॉर्म में Lazio they're still yet to play both our clubs. They're yet to play Roma. They're yet to play Atalanta. सब बाकी है उनका. So देखते हैं.
Yeah.
और अपना तो predictions for Inter Napoli, Ajay bhai, you have, because both of us have locked in. Yogesh, तेरा क्या है prediction? Are you sticking or changing?
I'll stick with the Napoli win.
अच्छा तू तो साला draw predict किया था, which means you're changing. चलो, fair enough.
Yeah, he changed it. I predicted a draw between
हाँ.
Inter
Yeah,
and
I
Napoli.
originally predicted 2-all draw, but Serie A table देख के मुझे अच्छा नहीं लग रहा है.
हाँ अभी अच्छा नहीं लग रहा. वही मैं भी इंटर विन प्रेडिक्ट मैं वही कर रहा हूँ, स्टिक 2-1 बोल रहा हूँ. बढ़िया यार, बिकॉज ड्रॉ हुआ तो दोनों टीम्स के लिए ठीक रहेगा, बट आई थिंक लूजिंग फॉर आइदर साइड इज गोइंग टू बी टेरेबल, बिकॉज सडनली ऑफ 3 टीम्स, इवन इफ इट्स अ 1 point gap, suddenly it's 3 teams above you now.
Listen, if by some miracle, there is a late winner, Napoli late winner, Conte and Lukaku are going to lose it. By the way, they will just go
Yeah.
celebrating wild. मतलब
Yeah.
पागल जैसे celebrate करेंगे. And
Shit.
Naples में तो लोग पागल हो जाएंगे, because uh, the city of Naples actually lives up to these kind of games. So you saw Napoli UA में how the fans celebrated. So
Yeah.
it's going to be a very edgy game, man. I think no
हमारा-
team would want to lose.
हमारा लाइनअप कंफर्म हो गया, मतलब इट्स द स्ट्रॉन्गेस्ट वी कैन पुट आउट. मतलब अचेरबी इज बैक, हाकान इज बैक, डीमार्को, डम्फ्रीज, लाउतारो थुराम, मिखिटारियन, बरेला, बास्टोनी एंड पावार्ड एंड सोमर. ये कंफर्म्ड है. नापोली का भी मैं देखा, योगेश, लोबोटका इज एक्चुअली बैक
take it
बट
out.
नॉट. हाँ
लोबोटका और गिलमोर का ही डाउट है.
हाँ एग्जैक्टली. बट मैं सुन रहा था कॉन्टे बोला कि इज नॉट फुली फिट टू स्टार्ट, बट ही माइट हैव सम रोल टू प्ले. सो बेसिकली गिलमोर खेलेगा, और बाकी तुम लोग का वही 4-3-3 ऑन पेपर ऑन पिच जो भी चलता रहता है वो है. सो वही बेस्ट आई गेस, स्ट्रॉन्ग लाइनअप्स रिगार्डलेस. सो मजा आएगा यार योगेश. होपफुली मैं एक ही चीज बोलूंगा, मैं वही अजय भाई को, होपफुली इट्स अ क्लीन गेम, रेफरी ना बिगाड़ दे और कुछ नहीं.
Yeah, definitely sir. Referee ना बिगाड़ दे.
क्योंकि आई रिमेम्बर चिंतन भाई वाज एंग्री आफ्टर द होल बोलोनिया थिंग, क्योंकि रेंडर्स और थियो तो थे नहीं नापोली के अगेंस्ट.
Yeah.
बट यार योगेश आते रहना भाई स्ट्रीम पे. अभी स्ट्रीम मत छोड़ देना तू, जस्ट बिकॉज यू मूव टू बैंगलोर. वो मत छोड़ देना जब इसको, मतलब इसको नहीं तो पनिशमेंट देना पड़ेगा कुछ, इफ ही लीव्स कैल्सियो चर्च आल्सो.
I know. Obviously, but we'll have a good preview for Napoli Roma, which is later in 2 weeks. Time.
Of course.
But I think that's it for tonight's stream, guys. Thank you so much. जो सब लोग ने tune in किया, and obviously thanks Param, thanks Yogesh for dropping in. Just taking a last few comments before we close. Shivam
nice.
is off.
Thanks for
So
joining
am I. After is like they need to appoint a CEO, for God's sake. I think it's high time I send my CV to Roma. But
मैं बोल रहा हूँ ना, योगेश कैन बी द हेड डेटा एनालिसिस ऑफ रोमा. मतलब क्योंकि वो
Calcio चर्चा to take over Roma.
हाँ, he's good with all that ना. तो तू हेड स्काउट बन जा, हेड डेटा एनालिस्ट बन जा, तू प्लेयर्स रेकमेंड करना.
Param, you can work with Gisolfi to get in good players.
Yeah, I will. चलेगा, मैं डायरेक्टर बन जाऊंगा, तो हेड एनालिस्ट बन जाए योगेश, और प्लेयर्स साइन करेंगे. क्रिस्टांडे रिप्लेसमेंट पहला.
We will sell Cristante to Milan just for fun, to Chintan. Just on that.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Thank you so much. Ciao. Good night. Content आता रहेगा. Subscribe करो. Calcio चर्चा को subscribe करो.
Yeah, subscribe and Yogesh come on streams. Azuri talk है ये week. इटली में भी कॉलम्स इंटरेस्टिंग हुए, तो आना. ठीक है. Ciao guys, subscribe to both channels.
Ciao. Bye guys.